absolutely submerged the Fremont ball carrier, and that was Carter Friends.
Yeah, Cam just died. I want to call it a dive, but I mean he dove right through the line. I mean, they tried to block him. He just split him, Scoop.
Gain of 1 on the play. 2nd down and 9 for the Packers. Ball on their own 20-yard line. 8:16 to go. Opening quarter. Orioles up 7-0. Here's a pass complete, and they're going to get some yards out of it. But Mikey Himes over there on the stop, along with looked like J.T. Keith.
Who's this one coming at us right there? Number 12 was in on with that one. For Michael Wilson.
Michael Wilson as well. Okay, Holmes,
Yep.
Wilson. Okay, all right, it's good. It's good to see the more the gang tackling that's going on right now. 3rd and 4 for Fremont.
Exactly.
Ball on the Oriole 24-yard line. I'm sorry, on the Fremont 24-yard line. Here on a great night for Oriole football, and you can see all the fans up on the hill. It's good to see. The fall is here, football season's here, and you look below us, Jamie, you see a lot of folks, a lot of Oriole fans in the stands, and the student section is, it's not totally packed, but there's a nice turnout over there in the Ludington
it's pretty close,
section.
and if you look down the whole fence line there, standing all along this home field side, and then all of our tailgaters over on the other side, Scoop.
Ludington almost jumped there, but you know what? It's going to be called on Fremont, so they'll lose 5. It'll bring up a 3rd and 9.
Yeah, I thought right tackle that was lined up over the top of Logan Sloan flinched, and then Logan Sloan did the smart thing and jumped afterwards.
Yep. Okay, here with 3rd and 9 for Fremont. Their quarterback rolling right. He's got a receiver breaking out there. Now he's going to get the pass away. It's caught, but it's going to be short of the first down. It's going to be marked at the 23-yard line.
Yep, and that was a tackle right there by Cam Gunsel, who was just waiting. That was a great defensive stand right there, possession for the Ludington Orioles. And now we'll see Mikey Himes back to return along with Zach Graham.
Crosley's pass there complete to Gabe Hulst, but it is short, and it's going to bring up a 4th and 6 for Fremont. 7:27 to go in the opening quarter. So the Oriole defense looking good on their first defensive stance, I should say, and they're giving up 13 points a game, and you throw in there that one of those touchdowns scored at Coopersville was an 88-yard kickoff return.
Well, I would tell you what, if Fremont was smart, they'd kick this ball out of bounds, because I don't think you want it in either one of these two guys' hands right here.
Penalty marker down. We're going to have a false start on Fremont. That'll move them back 5.
Yeah, definitely. You got to pick your poison. Do you give it to one of these two kids and have a chance for a return for a touchdown, or do you just hope to get it out of bounds around the 40-yard line here?
We want to thank Indian Summer Co-op, another of our fine sponsors. Indian Summer, proud to be a sponsor of the OSN and our Ludington area athletes. We wish you all the best for this season of sports. Play strong, play proud, and as always, stay healthy. Go Ludington Orioles. Back to punt for Fremont will be number 7, Gabe Hulse. He's also their kicker. High snap, he'll get it away, and it's a very short punt. And it's going to take, not really a Fremont roll, not really a Ludington roll, but Ludington's going to have outstanding field position here. With 7:06 to go, they're going to have the ball
39.
At Fremont's 39-yard line.
I said I was hoping they were hoping to get it out at the 40, but that's good for us.
Yep. We want to thank Safe Harbor Credit Union, where your success is our success. We belong to you. Visit them at 5511 US 10 in Ludington, or give them a call, 843-2323. Safe Harbor Credit Union, the exclusive halftime show sponsor of the Oriole Sports Network. Ludington comes out. They're up 7-0. Next week, the Orioles back home, right back here, and they'll be taking on the Muskegon Oak Ridge Eagles in another West Michigan Conference showdown. And we'll be happy to be here with you, the OSN and 102.7 WMOM. Gunsel to pass. He's going to let it air out. He's got a receiver breaking. Caught! Touchdown, Orioles!
Look at that.
Oh, my! That's our Indian Summer Ludington Oriole player in the spotlight, Zach Graham. A 39-yard touchdown pass. The ball was right there. You talk about dropping it in. He dropped a dime in there, Jamie.
Cam's showing everything he's got right now, Scoop. And, kudos to that offensive line like we talked about after the last possession. If you're going to give Cam Gunsel that amount of time to look over the field, pick who he wants to throw to, and give your receivers time to make their breaks, it's going to be a long night here for the Packers.
That line is just, we can't say enough good things about the Oriole offensive line. Just fantastic the way the time they give him. Gomez point after, up and good. And, Zach Graham, I interviewed him. In the Oriole Nation, you're going to hear that interview at halftime. But I said, hey, what's your individual goals this year? You had like 7 touchdowns last year. You hope to catch 5, 6, 7, 8 maybe this year. And he said, yeah. He goes, I love catching touchdowns. That's his first one of the year.
Hey,
boy, that was a beauty. Ludington 14, Fremont nothing. 7 minutes to go in the opening quarter. You're watching and listening to the OSN and 102.7 WMOM. Reliable, professional, exceptional quality and courteous service. Benedict's Auto Center has been providing the absolute best in auto body repairing and painting since the 1940s. For over 80 years, 3 generations of the Benedict family have run a business you can trust in Mason County and the surrounding area. Owner Mike Benedict will listen to your concerns and questions to ensure you have peace of mind and that the auto body needs of your vehicle are totally and completely met. At Benedict Auto Body, customer service is the #1 priority. We want our customers to know that when it comes to choosing a car repair business, it is their choice. Customers should call around and ask questions and get feedback from all car repair shops before making their decision. Bottom line, it is the right to pick which repair facility you want your vehicle fixed. That's Benedict's Auto Center at 1742 US 10 between Ludington and Scottville. You can reach owner Mike Benedict at 231-613-4111. Welcome back to Oriole Field. A great tackle there by Keldon Mosier on the kickoff there from Gabe Gomez. Gomez really got a lot of foot into that one, Jamie. He drove it deep, and the return man for Fremont there was met by Mosier, made a real nice tackle on it.
Yeah, like we spoke last week, Scoop. Right now, Ludington is playing textbook football in all facets of the game, special teams, defense, offense. They're talented, they're deep. Great things are happening right now. And in Gamez, his first year as the kicker here, as he just gets more experience, it's gonna be another weapon that we can use, Scoop.
That was Jameer Norris on the return there for Fremont. Ludington has Fremont back at their 17-yard line. There's a run right there, not much going. As coming up to make the stop, Cooper Holmes for the Orioles. On the carry for Fremont, looked like number four, Aiden Hunt on the carry there. Ludington up 14-0. They've scored on their first 2 offensive possessions, a 20-yard touchdown pass from quarterback Cam Gunsel to the freshman tailback Mikey Himes, and a 39-yard touchdown pass from Gunsel to wide receiver Zach Graham. There's a pitch and catch there.
Yeah, in Ludington right there, Scoop, if you've seen the alignment to start that play, Ludington was just begging Fremont to throw the ball. Ludington had 8 in the box right there, Scoop.
Wait on the reception there for Fremont from his quarterback Braden Crosley. 3rd down and 2 for the Packers. Ball on the Fremont 25-yard line. See, Ludington's got a new tunnel. What do you think of that, Jamie? A new tunnel where they come out of their locker room. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like that.
I think that's sponsored by Safe Harbor Credit Union, I do believe.
And speaking of that, look across. They just pulled up the Safe Harbor Credit Union motorhome. Just pulled across. But
Adam Johnson's the CEO there, and he's a huge Ludington sports backer, all-state soccer player. And just a great guy, Adam Johnson.
Western Michigan Bronco soccer player, too, along with his twin.
Yeah. Hey, 4th and 1 now for Fremont. They have the ball at their own, let's see where they're at right now. They're at about the 26, and they're going to go for it. At least they're lined up to go for it right now. We got an official's timeout.
I think they're maybe thinking calling for a measurement here, Scoop.
Again, next week, Ludington right back here at Oriole Field against the Muskegon Oak Ridge Eagles in West Michigan Conference Lakes Division action. Hey, our first shout-out of the evening, it goes out to my next-door neighbors, the Anderson family, big Oriole backers and supporters. I was talking to Juliana Anderson just before I left the house today to come here, and she said, Scoop, we're really pumped up. We're looking forward to listening to you tonight and to hearing how the Orioles do. So great neighbors. We couldn't ask for better neighbors. Of course, we're lucky we got Greg Stretch Tyndall as one of our neighbors, and the Andersons there, and of course the Dr. Holden and his lovely wife Brittany and their family. Good people. Mark Munson. So right now it's a 4th and 1. Ludington up 14-0. 5:39 to go in the opening quarter.
4th and inches, Scoop.
I think those Anderson kids are going to be really good baseball players, too. Good athletes. They got a hitting cage. Their dad's out there pitching to them all the time. Here we go.
Here we go.
4th and 1. Fremont is lined up to go for it. Let's see if they try to drive the Orioles off. No, they'll go for it, and they do have it. They have a first down, and the quarterback's still on his feet. A good job there by Fremont's quarterback. That's Braden Crosley.
Yeah, that was the first contact behind the line of scrimmage, but it was off to the side, and, he just made a nice spin move right there, Scoop. They needed that first down, Scoop. They keep things, this could get ugly real quick.
Really quick, you're right. Shout out and a happy birthday wishes to big Oriole fan Chad Ortis. Today's his birthday. Happy birthday, Chad. All right, 5:14 to go. Opening quarter, Ludington up 14-0. Crosley will give the ball now, and there's a carry and a quick hitter right there. Gain of 9 for number 21. That was Carter Friends. And Friends is a senior. He had a pretty good game against the Orioles last year.
He did, and there he was brought down, I think, by Cooper Holmes right there.
Yep, Cooper is a tackling machine.
As Peyton Manning would say, Cupper Holmes.
2nd down and 1 for Fremont. Ball on their own 43-yard line. 4:47 left in the opening quarter. Orioles up 14-0. High-octane offense, quick strike. And here's a handoff, and there's a first down. Friends on the carry, and he's brought down by a host of Orioles. That's a flock of birds right there, Jamie.
Yeah, a flock that's flying fast to the ball right there, Scoop, but it will be a first down for the Packers.
Exactly.
Carried by Friends.
Friends on the carry, and he has the ball out to the Fremont, just about to the 43-yard line.
Yeah, we'll see what JP dials up here.
48-yard line.
Defensive coordinator JP might dial up here. Right now, we're just kind of playing a spy back. Ooh, look at that decleater.
Friends absolutely was submerged right there. I think that was big. Was that big Walt Autry?
I think
that was of course. Cam Gunsel on the tackle right there. Walt was in the vicinity, but Cam absolutely submerged him right there.
I'd say most of the time, if you see a guy going backwards fast, it's probably Cam Gunsel's hit.
As much as Cam was our Week 1 Indian Summer player in the spotlight, as much as he loves scoring a touchdown via the run or via the pass, he loves hitting as well too. Pass is incomplete, intended out there for number 7, and that was Gabe Hulst. In coverage for the Orioles there, looked to be number 7, Messiah Himes.
Yeah, looked like Messiah Himes and Zach Graham back there, but the pressure caused to make the errant throw was by number 20, Logan Sloan, with the pressure on the quarterback. Didn't let him get his feet set outside the pocket there, Scoop.
So that'll bring up a 3rd and 9 for Fremont. 3:47 left in the opening quarter. Ludington up 14-0. Week 3 of the MHS AAC season. The Orioles home opener in their conference opener against the Fremont Packers. Now they have that run of WMC games, and they start off with Fremont. There's a run by their quarterback. He's got some room. He's still on his feet. Big gain right there for Fremont's Braden Crosley. Before he's brought down, it looked like, was that Cooper Holmes?
Yeah, that was a nice little play design right there, Scoop.
And Mikey Himes also on the stop right there. 3:39 to go. This is a nice-looking drive for the Fremont Packers.
Yep, and right now Ludington's in that. What they've done the last few weeks is bend. But once that ball reaches the 30, we can't break. And now it's time to tighten up here and get some pressure on the backfield. And Fremont's showing the quarterback playing more of the run-pass option. He's taking off with the ball, so we got to get a stick on him that makes him want to get rid of it here, Scoop.
1st and 10 for Fremont. Here's a handoff, end around here. They'll go on the reverse, and on the carry is their wide receiver. Gunsel just came through there, and you talk about a torpedo. Whoa!
I tell you what, that's textbook right there. Your first defender holds on, gets the guy stand up, and then, right there, Cam Gunsel just finished him off. Cooper Holmes and Cam Gunsel. I wouldn't want to get hit by those two, Scoop.
Jameer Norris on the end around there. He did get 5, but he also paid for it. Gunsel absolutely poleaxed him. 2nd down and 5, 2:45 to go in opening quarter. Fremont has the ball at the Oriole 30. Here's a slow developing play, and Friends is not going to get much right there. He might have got a yard. But just Oriole, the interior of their defensive line, they clog things up. They plug things up right there, Jamie.
Yep, they're sustaining their blocks. They're clogging it up. But I tell you, the last 3 plays, Scoop, we're inches away from just making that tackle in the backfield. You just take the right angle here. I'm sure, once it's all about the angle. We're over pursuing right there. If we stay in the back to the middle, we're going to have tackles for losses right there.
Gain of 1 on that last play. 3rd and 4 for Fremont. They'll give now. Nothing there. I believe that was Friends on the carry, and was that Messiah Himes?
And then
also number 50,
Yep.
Colin Shelton on the stop right there. It's going to bring up a 4th and 4. Hey, shout out to my old high school journalism teacher, Don Barbo, who I ran into the other day, along with his lovely wife, Sally, out to Larson's Ace Hardware, and I had a nice chat with Don. I had him for 2 years of journalism class at Ludington High School. Big sports fan. Had a nice chat with him.
Yep.
We were talking Ludington football and also talking about when his grandson Braden played basketball for the Orioles at the Breslin Center. He was talking about how Braden had one of his shots blocked by Isaac Tesla. Yep. We got a 4th and 4 for Fremont. 1:19 to go. We're going to stay right here. We're going to give some love to some of our awesome sponsors, beginning with our exclusive post-game sponsor, Smith & Eddy Insurance of Ludington, Scottville, and Manistee, a caring business foremost in insurance and community support. For peace of mind, let Smith & Eddy handle all of your insurance needs. Benedict's Auto Center, providing the absolute best in auto body repairing and painting since the 1940s. Mike Benedict can be reached at 231-613-4111. Benedict's Auto Center, 1742 US 10 between Ludington and Scottville. I ran into Mike the other day. Didn't get a chance to talk with him for very long, but always good to see Mike Benedict, a very, very hardcore Ludington Oriole backer and supporter. Ludington Paint and Glass, mixing paint and service since 1948. The local store with more, located at 213 South James Street, downtown Ludington. Call LP&G at 843-8250. Ludington Paint and Glass, the local source for all of your projects. Proud to support Ludington Oriole Sports while being a sponsor on the Oriole Sports Network. Understand that your niece had a pretty good meet last night, Jamie.
Yeah, she did. She swam a couple different events that she normally wouldn't. She took first in the 500.
For Fremont, here's a pass. And he's under duress, and he got away from it. He got away once. He's not going to get away a 3rd time, though. And he's brought down. Look at that pursuit by the Orioles. Autry was in there. Also, Cooper Holmes. And let's
Logan
see.
Sloan.
Logan Sloan.
Connor Chaney.
There was 4 or 5 Orioles. And, you talked about Crosley there, their quarterback. A cat has 9 lives. Well, he got away twice there. He didn't get away the 3rd time. The Orioles have the ball after an impressive Fremont drive. Ludington stops him with 1:09 to go in the opening quarter. Orioles up 14-0.
Yeah, I talked a few possessions there, a few plays ago there, where we were just inches away from making a tackle for a loss. And right there, we had the proper angles so everybody contained, stopped them from getting to the outside, and 4 guys converged on a sack. So
great pursuit by the Oriole defense right there, and showing their quickness. Now Ludington takes over, 1st and 10 from their own 40. Gunsel to keep, and he's going to end up losing a yard right there. Fremont came in there, and they absolutely disrupted the rhythm of that play, Jamie.
Yeah, they did. And they're stacking the box like Coach Gunsel said. And right now, with the time that Cam has to throw, this run-pass option the last 2 weeks, the teams gave Cam the run. Right now, they're telling Cam, you're not running, throw it, And so we're going to see Cam's arm, I would expect, more tonight until we get later. And, as that line wears down, then Cam will start picking that apart.
That was Gunsel on the carry, not Mikey Himes, wasn't it? Because, 1 and 2. Okay.
I think Cam, from what I seen on there,
sure
Cam did not hand it off.
Okay. So we got
like
20.
You said, it is.
Yeah,
when you got black blending together there.
24 seconds to go in this opening quarter. Now we have a whistle. Ludington up 14-0. And we're going to have 5 yards marked off on the Orioles for false start.
Looking down here on the sideline, Scoop, we got a few, I guess you would say, the water boys down here with the Pop Warner, the Ludington Pop Warner jerseys on, and I tell you what, I like that gray with that neon orange.
It's
I'd
nice.
like to see the varsity in that uniform. That'd be pretty sweet.
I talked to a couple of those Pop Warner players before the game when I was down getting the starting lineup, and I told them how much I liked their jerseys, how sharp they looked. That is the last play of the first quarter from Oriole Field, Week 3 of the MHSAA season. Your score, the Ludington Orioles 14, the Fremont Packers nothing. We will step aside. You are watching and listening to the Oriole Sports Network and 102.7 WMOM.
Hey everyone, this is Trent Lundquist from Lundquist Furniture. We've been serving West Michigan since 1940. We're here to serve you guys as a full-blown furniture store. So we have mattresses, we have recliners, we have dining room tables, anything that you would need to furnish your house, we have it. And we provide one of the best services around on the west side of Michigan. We will go anywhere in the whole state of Michigan. We will deliver it, we'll service it, we'll take care of you. I just want to appreciate you guys for being customers of ours, and we're here to serve you, and that's what we do. We're here for the Orioles. We're here for the Cardinals. We're here for the Spartans. We're proud to be a sponsor of this Oriole Sports Network.
Welcome back to Oriole Field. Scoop Hansen, Jamie Sykon, Jackson Jenner, and Nick Wysong, the Oriole Sports Network and 102.7 WMOM. Pleased as punch to be bringing you Oriole football. Week 3, the Orioles going for their third straight victory, and they're going for their first conference win of the year in their first conference game. 2nd and 16 for the Orioles. Gunsel to pass. Hard charging. Brush coming in. Wide receiver open. And that's caught.
Ooh.
And on the reception, that's Todd Williams. He does the 30, 25, 20. He's at the 50, 10, 5. Touchdown Orioles. Oh, my.
I told you guys would get
Give me
another
one,
one.
Jamie.
Woo! Ric Flair.
The Orioles score on the first play of the second quarter. Let's get the totals on that. That was from our own 34, correct?
34, yeah, from our own 34.
So that's add 44, 6, add 16 to 50.
That is 66 yards?
60, 40, yeah, 40.
64 yards.
64-yard touchdown pass, Gunsel to Taj Williams. Yeah, two touchdown passes last week, or 2 touchdown receptions last week Taj had.
Yep, and if they're, Fremont's going to stack that box, and Cam has the run pass option, and he tucked it in there like he was going to run it, popped out, and just made a bullet of a throw, and then 2 great moves by Taj Williams. And I don't know if anybody in that secondary's got the speed to hang with Taj or a few of our other receivers.
Well,
we are built, Scoop.
Jamie, that pass there from Gunsel was an absolute seed.
Yeah,
I mean, you talk about a frozen rope. That ball was, and it was right on the money, too, to Taj Williams.
Yeah, he's accurate right now, Scoop. Everything's clicking for him. And like I said, really, if things continue to go this way, it just builds confidence, and every kid down there is excited. And, the best thing about that is we get to kick the ball off, and look who's excited out right there. We get to see Dario Lopez try to get another decleater out here.
9 rushing touchdowns the first 2 weeks for Cam Gunsel. The
With
Orioles
4
up
passing.
21-0 right now. He does not have a rushing touchdown so far in this ballgame. 3 passing touchdowns. One of 20 yards, one of 39, and that one of 64 yards. And all 3 of them have been absolute wires. They have been right on the money. Boy, his passing is extremely crisp tonight.
Yeah, I tell you what, he's on.
Rocket arm.
And the arm is on. He's making the right decisions on top of that, and each game that he continues to do this, the guys over there to the east right there, the Ferris State Bulldogs are just thinking, man, we're getting a player. We are getting a player.
The smile on Coach Tony Anise's face keeps getting wider and wider. The kick there from Gomez sails out of bounds. It'll be Fremont ball, I believe, at their own 35. Will he start off now? The NFL now, it used to be the 20-yard line if it was a touchback. Now they're all the way out to the 35.
Yeah,
and these high-powered offenses, like they really need that.
Right, but I don't think we'll see many kicks out of bounds, Scoop, with that new kickoff rule. I really like that. But one thing here, we talked about this Ludington Oriole offensive line is, it's going to get even better here when big number 58, big Louis Salazar is able to return.
That's sweet Louis Salazar.
Yeah.
Sweet Louis Salazar.
Yep. And, you know, Connor Cheney's been doing an excellent job filling in for him right there.
Oh, here's a delayed handoff. And that's Friends on the carry, and he's upended right there by, is that Wilson? I believe Michael Wilson on the stop there.
Yeah, Michael Wilson for a 5-yard gain. And you know, so I was saying, that shows the depth, you know, and then that's going to allow Louis Salazar to come back in, and then, you know, we'll see Connor Cheney playing more of that scat back role, and it just continues to build right here, Scoop. If everybody can stay healthy, it's going to be a beautiful, beautiful season.
Jamie, I mentioned that to Coach Gunsel earlier tonight. I said, you talk about some depth when you get sweet Louis back. All right, 2nd down and 5 for Fremont, 11-10 left in the opening half. Ludington up 21-0. Inside handoff there, and Gunsel coming up there, and he made his acquaintance known of the Fremont back there,
Number
Friends.
21, yep. I tell you what, you know, it's a great move by Friends right there to shake off the first tackler, but when you cut it back up inside and you got Cam Gunsel playing safety up in the box, playing the run more than he is the pass right here, it's look out.
3rd down and 4, and now I believe Fremont got the Orioles to jump right there.
Yeah, we got jumped that time.
Oriole Nation, if you are having back and neck pain and need to see a chiropractor to relieve that pain, go see Dr. Mark Yeck, Ludington Chiropractic, no appointment necessary. Ludington Chiropractic, strictly a walk-in clinic, and Dr. Yeck's been providing that assistance for over 30 years. That's Ludington Chiropractic, 5965 East Ludington Avenue, located next to Pizza Hut. For questions, call 231-843-1874. All right, we have a 1st and 10 for Fremont. Ball is on their own 46-yard line, 10:37 to go in this opening half. A big shout-out to a couple former Oriole football players. Caleb Anthony, All-State player, who's now in the Mason County Sports Hall of Fame, and he was inducted a few years ago. Also, Rune Kirby, a big shout-out to Coach Rich Kirby's son, Rune Kirby, tuned in tonight. Okay, here we go. Friends on the carry.
Oh, look at big Walt
Autry. Walt had him wrapped up in a bear hug. Friends was going nowhere.
Yeah. And I think Friends was glad they blew the whistle there.
Yeah. Well, Walt showed some good sportsmanship there as well.
Yeah.
Shout out to Gage Jones' grandmother, Paulette Kluge, watching and listening tonight, as well as the Smith family, Scott, Denise, Gavin, and Caleb. Of course, Gavin, not too long ago, broke a 54-year-old track and field record in the 110 hurdles. Yep.
Yeah, and we got number 11 down here for the Orioles, which is Gage's brother, Brody. So she had one playing before, and now she has another grandson playing now. So.
Yep. Okay, 2nd down and 13 for Fremont. 3-yard loss on that. Back to pass. His pass is away, and it's nice catch there, I believe. Yes, pass is complete from quarterback Braden Crosley out to number 4. That was Aiden Hunt. And in coverage for the Orioles, is that Cooper Holmes?
Yeah, Cooper Holmes was almost batted that down, and then on the tackle was Cam Gunsel right there.
Hey, we're going to talk about Coach Rich Kirby and his JV players and their fine win last night. We'll talk about that a bit at halftime.
Yeah, everything's clicking. There's a lot of this.
Yep.
Good football program right now.
Oh, there's some. What a good job. We're going to get hit with a horse collar there. No, we're not. Okay.
He let go.
He let go, but he didn't get him. I think he got him up high, but he didn't get him up in the collar or up in that region right there.
You can grab the back of the jersey. You can't hook your fingers inside the jersey, and he just had a handful of jersey there.
That was Zach Graham on the tackle right there for the Orioles. On the carry for Fremont, that was their quarterback. That was Braden Crosley. He's a good-looking quarterback, this Braden Crosley.
Yeah, and he
3rd and 2. Oh, it is a 1st down for Fremont. Okay. They got
and he played last year as a sophomore. Scoop. He was the starter when we went down to Fremont.
Yeah. You know, Fremont, this is their 3rd offensive possession. They've moved the ball. They didn't so much the first time, but they did the 2nd possession before Ludington stopped them. And again, that's Friends on the carry and another big hit there.
Colin Shelton with a big hit right there. He also had 2 other Orioles helping him. I just couldn't see their numbers.
Gunsel was in there again. Cam has got.
It was Gunsel, Cooper Holmes, and then Colin Shelton.
Yep, and Cam's just got an absolute nose for the football. Shout out to Heather Hendrickson tuned in tonight. We've got a number of Oriole backers that are tuned in. John Olson, Michelle Abrahamson, Cal Ireland, former Oriole football player, baseball player. Okay, here we go. We got Fremont has a 2nd and 9, and the pass is away and incomplete. Intended there from Crosley to number 4. That was intended for Aiden Hunt.
Yeah, Cam Gunsel on the coverage and Cooper Holmes with the pressure on the quarterback.
Hey, Jamie, we do have an Oriole backer watching from Columbus, Ohio. Ann Budrow. She's back in the Orioles, watching from Columbus, Ohio. Yep.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Scoop, if I had a quarter for every person you know, I wouldn't have to go to work on Tuesday.
All right, here we go. 3rd and 9 for Fremont. Ball on the Oriole 43-yard line. Ludington up 21-0. Orioles have scored on 3 touchdown passes from quarterback Cam Gunsel. 1 to Mikey Himes.
Here comes the pressure.
1 to Zach Graham. And he breaks the tackle, but he's going to be dropped well short of the first down. That was, let's see, on the reception there. That was 7. That was Hulst on the reception, and Graham on the stop for the Orioles.
Here we go, 4th down and 7, Scoop, and the ball is on Fremont's side of the field, so I'm sure they'll take a risk here and go for it.
Cam has distributed his touchdown passes, 1 to Mikey Himes, 1 to Zach Graham, and 1 to Taj Williams.
Yeah, I know it's 4th and 7 here, Scoop, but it's I think, Fremont's coach is thinking if we got the ball in our hands, we have a better opportunity for our kids, and we're not giving it back to Ludington. But he's got to have a perfect play to get 7 yards here, Scoop.
4th and 7. Here's the snap. Crosley now, he'll fake the pitch. He escapes the tackle. He got the pass away, and it's incomplete. 2 Orioles out there.
Oh, jeez. We're going to get a flag probably for roughing the passer.
Yep, there is a flag down. And coverage for the Orioles was Zach Graham. Also back there was Messiah Himes, I do believe. Or no, was that
got
Gunsel?
2 flags down now.
We got penalty markers down, however. Crosley's pass intended out there. I believe that was intended for Aiden Hunt. It was either Hunt or Hulst.
I seen 1 flag. I didn't see where the other one came from, Scoop, but the quarterback's running. He's on the run. He's throwing outside the pocket. The defender who's chasing him down doesn't know if he's going to throw or not. So you're taught to make the tackle. He's outside of the pocket. But I didn't see what the second flag was. So very well could have been a deserving on that one, Scoop.
Hey, I'd like to send a special shout out to one of our captains on the SS Badger, Captain, who I've enjoyed working for the past few years. He's from Traverse City, Michigan. He was the off-going captain tonight after the Badger got in. Captain Ed Wiltsey, who's from Traverse City, Michigan. He said he'd be tuned in tonight. He enjoys listening to the Orioles on the Orioles Sports Network. Both of our captains, great guys, great captains, Captain Ed Wiltsey and Captain Mike Martin. Of course, Captain Mike, he's from Muskegon. So thanks for tuning in, Captain Ed. And big ship, more fun. Right here, Ludington up 21-0. Crosley will be taken down after a loss on the play there of about 2. You see who got in there? Was that
looked like 12?
Michael Wilson also looked like Walt Autry.
Cooper Holmes.
Cooper Holmes.
Had to wait for the guy to turn as soon as he did. Yeah,
and I know Walt was in on that one too. Big number 63.
I tell you, we had a lot of fun on the Badger with you a couple weeks ago, Scoop. I mean, we went on one of the little mini cruises before, but that was our first trip all the way across. And I tell you, we're looking forward to doing it again next year. Absolute blast.
Great seeing you and your lovely wife, Jennifer. And blast this past weekend with all the Lions Packer fans that were on. Okay, here we go. Here's a run here for Friends. He breaks the tackle. He runs hard.
Oh,
you gotta like the way he runs. And Ludington, he got hit by... initially, he bounced off that tackle and gained about 2 or 3 more. And the ball will be marked down at the Ludington 23-yard line.
Yeah, this is a nice little drive here by Fremont, aided by a penalty on 4th down there. Those are the mistakes we got to clean up. But here we are in this, 24-yard line here. Now, no breaking right here, Scoop. We bent, but now we need to go ahead and get that ball turned back over to the Orioles here.
3rd down and 7 for the Packers. 5:02 left in the second quarter. Ludington up 21-0. Crosley rolling left, still rolling. He's under duress. He'll get the pass away, and it's incomplete. As he was being pursued by 3 Orioles. Pass intended out there for Eli Waite.
And Logan Sloan put the lick on him right there. And then great sportsmanship of reaching a hand out and helping the quarterback back up, Scoop.
And it looked like in defense there on that was number 12, Michael. That was
Michael Wilson.
Michael Wilson in defense there. Of course, Gunsel was over there, and also Mikey Himes. It's going to bring up a 4th and 7 for Fremont. 4:54 to go in the opening half. Ludington 21, Fremont nothing.
Back to 4th and 7th again here. Let's get off the field, Scoop.
Crosley out of the shotgun, looking left, still looking left. Now he looks center, lets the pass go. It's out there and it's picked off. Messiah Himes with another interception. Messiah Himes, who leads the Orioles in interceptions. He had a couple last week, and he is a ball hawk, and he picks that one off in the end zone, and he runs it all the way back out to the Oriole about the 23-yard line.
23.
So the Orioles get an interception.
Perfect. You know, it's exactly what we said. Bend,
Yep.
and then when it's time to make a play, we go make one right there. And Messiah Himes, I believe that's his 3rd interception, as you said, on the season right there, Scoop.
He had 2 last week. Yep.
You know, the defense is playing well right there, all set up by the pursuit of the defensive line, which forced a bad throw, Scoop.
We want to thank McGee Insurance Group. They have been serving West Michigan since 1939. They provide quality insurance coverage tailored to fit your needs and budget. McGee Insurance services include auto, commercial, home, health, life, and umbrella insurance. McGee Insurance Group, 5965 West US 10, located next door to Ludington Chiropractic. Call 231-845-5000. Here we go. Orioles 1st and 10. Gunsel's pass. That's complete. He's got it 40. He's at the 45.
He's gone,
Messiah Himes. And he's he's
saving
brought down
tackle.
at the 35-yard line of Fremont. Looked like he was shot out of a cannon, Jamie.
Man, I tell you what, that was look who made the tackle, because that was a game-saving tackle for Fremont.
That saved the touchdown.
That was their quarterback
Crosley.
/ defensive back, just like we have Cam playing D-back, and what a tackle.
Crosley.
That thing would have been a 77-yard touchdown pass if not for that tackle.
And another pass right on the
seed.
Yep, right on the numbers.
I tell you, watch this Mikey Himes in the backfield. Sometime this game, I have a feeling we're going to see Mikey Himes take a handoff
pass.
and then throw it.
Oh, there's breaks the tackle. Himes, he's at the 20, and now he's brought down at about the 18-yard line right there by Fremont's number 56.
Also tackled by number 12.
Yeah, that was 56 on the tackle for Fremont, Jack Vandenberg.
And number
Nice
12,
cutback.
Caden Vincent. Yeah, and you know what I like about that, Scoop, is when Messiah made that cutback, do you see what he did? He put 2 hands over the football, because whenever you cut back to the middle, you're expecting contact, and that was a great play and way to cover up that football and not fumble it there.
Himes with the big interception right there, and
then they fed him twice.
Twice in
they
a row.
rewarded him for, hey, if you're going to intercept it, we're going to reward you 2 times in a row here.
Messiah Himes, he is the Orioles junior, 6 foot, 170-pounder. Ludington 1st and 10, ball on the Fremont 18. Gunsel will keep. Cam Gunsel right up the middle. And all this passing and this successful passing has opened up the running game right now. Gunsel gets the ball down inside the Fremont 10-yard line right there.
Yeah, and I think right now, you got to be a pretty stout defense. If you can stop the pass, we're going to run on you. If you can stop the run, we're going to pass on you. And then eventually that offensive line is just going to wear you down. Come second half, we'll be able to do the Orioles will do whatever they want out there.
Yep.
That's the game plan, I think.
Special shout out to Rich Kirby's mother-in-law, Eleanor Anderson. She's a huge Oriole supporter and fan, and she often tunes into the Oriole Sports Network. We're down to 3:04 left in this
timeout here.
second quarter. Ludington up 21-0, and they're driving again. We want to thank Urca Auto Center, another of our fine sponsors. They are founded on trust, integrity, and respect. We are proud to offer these values in our sales and business practices so our customers keep coming back. The vehicles on our lot have the best prices and quality in the area, so come by and see us today. The Urca family has been selling vehicles in Mason County for 4 generations. Urca Auto Center, 3736 West US 10. Call 845-6282. And North Star Chiropractic prides itself on taking care of Oriole athletes of all ages. The team at North Star Chiropractic is dedicated to helping Orioles prevent injuries, recover faster, and improve their overall performance. North Star's expert chiropractors understand the unique needs of athletes and use cutting-edge techniques to ensure a pain-free performance. At North Star Chiropractic, Oriole performance is our priority. That's North Star Chiropractic, 311 South Rath Avenue. Call 231-843-8200. And Team Jamie Loney Real Estate, if you're thinking about selling your home or property, let Team Jamie Loney at 5 Star Real Estate guide you every step of the way with clear communication, strong organization, and a focus on your wants and needs. Jamie makes the process smooth and stress-free.
I'm sensing a trick play here, Scoop.
Gunsel's pass is in the end zone. Touchdown, Orioles!
Look at that seed.
Oh, right into the back of the end zone, the south end zone, and it was in the west part of the end zone at the 259 mark.
Yeah, did you see that setup there, Scoop? I said I was sensing a trick play. As you've seen, everybody set up to the left side there, and the running back and the scat back, or we call it the slot back, are communicating, and it left 5 out there one-on-one by himself, Kyle Himes, and Cam read it perfect. Just threw another seed.
Cam's 4th touchdown pass of the first half to 4 different receivers. As Kyle Himes Jr. gets in on the party down, Gomez kick is up, and it is good. And with 2:59 left in the second quarter from Oriole Field, Ludington Orioles 28, the Fremont Packers nothing. You are watching and listening to the OSN and 102.7 WMOM.
Indian Summer Montmorency Tart Cherry Juice is packed with natural anti-inflammatories to help reduce pain after exercise. It's the ultimate antioxidant that combats soreness, getting you back to the gym or on the trail faster. Indian Summer Tart Cherry Juice, ready to drink from fresh pressed tart cherries, grown and produced in the U.S. and always gluten-free. It's just sweet enough and priced just right. Bring home the great taste of real fruit. Bring home Indian Summer Montmorency Tart Cherry Juice. Ask for it at your local store.
Welcome back to Oriole Field. Ludington scores again, this time a touchdown pass from Oriole quarterback Cam Gunsel to Kyle Himes Jr. Point after good by Gabe Gomez. The Orioles now up 28-0. 17-yard touchdown pass. We wanted to get the official total on that. And a 17-yard touchdown pass from Gunsel to Himes Jr., Kyle Himes Jr. 4 touchdown passes in the first half for quarterback Cam Gunsel. 1 to Taj Williams, 1 to Mikey Himes, 1 as well to Graham, and now 1 to Kyle Himes Jr.
Yeah, you know, and he's got all day. He can pick it apart. The offensive line's giving him time just like they have the past 2 weeks right there, Scoop. And I think, you know, we've talked about the offensive line and how well they are and the depth that they got, but we need to talk about the offensive line coach there. A good friend of mine, Mike Nichols.
Yeah.
I tell you what, man, he is coaching a heck of an offensive line this season, Scoop.
Okay, a special shout out to Will Luce, former Orioles offensive lineman, now a sophomore, starting offensive lineman for Greenville University, playing Lakeland University in Wisconsin tomorrow at 1 p.m. So thanks, Will Luce. Will Luce, great guy. Also a thespian, Will Luce. I remember he was in, I believe he was in Fiddler on the Roof, that production, and a great guy. I would really like Will Luce, and he did a tremendous job as an offensive lineman for the Orioles. There's a pass caught out there, pass from Crosley to Hunt, and there's 2:53 to go in this second quarter. Ludington 28, Fremont nothing. Cam Gunsel has got to be north of 250 yards passing in this first half.
Yeah, I would say he
We'll get those stats up when we get them.
We'll get them.
We got a new page on the OSN right now, folks. We're putting up the weekly stats once we receive them from Coach Gunsel. And he'll give us a summary late tonight, too, I'm sure, as well. We'll get that up on the OSN as well. But I just put those stats from Game 1 and Game 2. I put them on the OSN just probably 15 minutes before coming over to Oriole Field this afternoon. Yep.
Okay. And Messiah Himes on the tackle right there with Braden Crosley, the quarterback.
First down, Fremont.
So it is a first for Fremont. And again, we were saying about Team Jamie Loney. You can call Jamie today, 231-794-9740. Team Jamie Loney, 513 South James Street in Ludington, another of our fine sponsors of the Orioles via the Oriole Sports Network. Crosley looking to pass. He's in hot pursuit. The Orioles in hot pursuit of him.
That could be a hole there, Scoop.
Oh, it is caught. Oh, what a hit right there. Was that Mikey Himes on the hit?
Mikey Himes, the freshman.
Oh, man. That was another declator. The pass is caught out there. And the reception made by Fremont's number 4, Aiden Hunt.
Yeah, that was a good throw right there, Scoop. I thought the officials might call a holding penalty over there on the far side, but they didn't, and the quarterback completed a nice pass along with a decleater by the freshman Mikey Himes.
Ludington up 28-0, 2:16 to go, second quarter. Crosley now rolling left. He looks back right. They set a screen up, and on the reception out there, it looks to be number 15 for Fremont. And that would be
15.
Yes, that would be Noah Hansen, the tight end on the reception. Tight end screen right there.
Tight end screen, and Cooper Holmes with the tackle there. And we have right now we got 56. Gregory Schrader checking in.
Yep. Gregory Schrader. And then I talked to Cooper Holmes earlier tonight. He was getting taped up by Miss Jen Mraz, the LHS athletic trainer. I went up to Cooper and I said, I'm predicting double-digit tackles for you tonight, big guy.
Yeah, I
and
think he's got that in the first half already.
He had a big grin on his face. There's, what do we got left here in the, that can't be right, 2:06. We got to be under a minute, aren't we?
No, it's 2:06. They started his possession with 3:32,
Oh, my gosh.
I believe.
What was I thinking?
Yeah.
Okay, 2:06 to go. Oh, here I was thinking we were under 50 seconds
Yeah,
left.
they better be careful here.
Yeah.
Though it's a first down, but if they keep throwing it and stop this clock, I wouldn't want to give Ludington the ball back because they're definitely going to try to score.
Crosley looking. Now he escapes.
Connor Chaney almost had him.
Yeah, he gets out of bounds. That'll stop the clock. He was chased out of bounds there by Messiah Himes. Crosley, like I said, he's a good scrambler. He's got a good arm. He's a nice little quarterback.
He is, and great pressure up the field right there by Connor Chaney. And then once the quarterback broke that pressure, the second line of the defense was covering all the passers down there, which then allowed the quarterback to escape out right there for what would that be, about the 5-yard run.
Yep. Shout out to Melinda Sutcliffe.
Excuse me.
Who I work with on the Badgers. She's tuned in, as is Jeannie Anderson. That's Sunshine Schillinger's grandma. Big Oriole backer. All right, so 2nd down and 5 now for the Packers. Ball on the Oriole 38-yard line. Fremont's moved the ball. The Oriole defense they've risen to the occasion.
Oh, boy.
No, Orioles in pursuit. Now he'll just get rid of the ball. Crosley, he was scrambling all over the place. He had too many Oriole defenders coming at him, putting on a heavy rush. That was Cooper Holmes there. Also in there for Ludington
Number
was
20, Logan Sloan.
Logan Sloan was in there. He was, I think they could probably tell, that Crosley could probably tell what type of bubble gum those guys were chewing, what flavor.
Yeah, he was thinking, I better get rid of this real fast.
Yeah. Hey, Bob's Roofing Company is your reliable roofing partner with over 50 years of experience using only the finest quality materials. Licensed and insured in commercial, industrial, and residential roofing. We've got you covered. Call us today and schedule your free estimate at 877-641-2627. Mike Meschers, your local salesman. All right, now here's a delayed handoff to Friends. Big tackle there.
Welcome to Cam Gunsel.
Cam Gunsel coming in right there, and boy, he just took Friends right off of his feet right there and brings him down.
Yeah, it was a very nice tackle. Cam was trying to dislodge that ball right there, Scoop.
Yep, it's going to bring up a 4th. And then we have a timeout. We're going to stay right here and tell you about Lenz Balder Insurance in Ludington. They're your local agency that gets it right the first time. With a reputation built on knowledge, speed, and accuracy, they help individuals and businesses find coverage that truly fits. As an independent agency, Lenz Balder compares top carriers to find the best protection for your home, car, or your business so you don't have to. From personalized service to peace of mind, Lenz Balder delivers more than insurance. They deliver confidence. So big thank you to all of our great sponsors. You know, it was interesting Sunday on the Badger. All those Packer fans going over, all those Lions fans going over to Lambeau. And I see a guy come walking through the lounge wearing an Isaac Tesla jersey. I said, hey, that's a great jersey. I want to get one of those. He had a black alternate jersey on.
Yeah.
So a little bit later, I went up, found him with his family. And he goes, oh, yeah, Isaac's a friend of mine. And his sister, this guy's sister, was actually Isaac Tesla's ex-girlfriend. And she was sitting right there. We got talking. She goes, oh, yeah, I remember that basketball game at the Breslin Center, Ludington and Hudsonville Unity Christian. She goes, Isaac got in and he had 5 points. And I guess he actually blocked a shot by Braden Porter that game. Don Barbo was telling me about that.
Yeah, I tell you what, Scoop, and we'll talk a little bit more about that, but I'm heading down there.
Yep.
Let's get this 4th down play
big
in
here.
They're trying to draw us off sides.
4th and 4 for Fremont. 1:41 to go in the opening half. Crosley on a long count right here.
15 seconds on the play clock.
Yep. There's a snap. Crosley rolling right. But we're still rolling. He passes away. It's deflected right there. Mikey Himes made
freshman.
A great play right there. He deflected the ball. It was intended out there, I believe, for, was that 15, Hanson?
It looked like it was 15, the tight end.
It was,
again.
yep.
And I tell you that Ludington just got done calling a timeout on that last play, Scoop, for this very reason. We have 1 minute and 35 seconds left. We have 1 timeout left. And, you know, these are game situations. You never know. So right now it's 28-0. There's 1 minute and 35 seconds. But what if this game was 28-28 and there's 1 minute and 35 seconds left and we're driving for a game-winning score just like last year in the playoffs?
Yep, exactly.
So we are going to go and try to push this ball in the end zone, Scoop.
You cannot substitute the experience, and that's what Ludington has right here. Gunsel, lots and lots of time. Wide open. That's Mikey, or that's Taj Williams. Williams in midfield, 45. He's at the 40, and now he's going to go out of bounds. He's driven out of bounds there. Good job by Taj. And driving him out of bounds was number 7 there. That was Gabe Hulst.
Yep, smart move right there. Great block on the inside by Messiah Himes out there on the wide receiver position, which sprung, probably an extra 15 yards with the speed of Taj Williams there.
Ludington's got a ton of time left, 1 minute, 24 seconds. They have the ball all the way down to the Fremont 38-yard line. And I was saying earlier that Gunsel was probably a little north of 250 yards passing in this first half. He's getting closer to 300.
I'm going to predict he's pretty, I'm going to say he's well over 300, 325.
Wow.
But, I'm just taking a guess by what I've seen and trying to add it up real quick, but we'll see.
This is where, you do an awesome job as my color commentary man. Gary Castoni was a fantastic guy on the stats, just a good guy, too.
He was
my broadcast partner for basketball and football for many years. Did a tremendous job on the stats. And,
I could sit here and take them, but I get too involved.
I hear you. Hey, folks, Oriole Nation, want you to know that Ludington Chiropractic and Dr. Mark Yuck have been serving the chiropractic needs of Ludington and the surrounding communities for more than 30 years. At Ludington Chiropractic, no appointment is necessary, as it is strictly a walk-in clinic. That's Dr. Mark Yuck at Ludington Chiropractic, 5965 East Ludington Avenue. For questions, call 231-843-1874. Some more shout-outs. Pat Thomas, who I played some men's fast-pitch softball with the old Maria's Cuisine team way back in the summer of 1982. Pat's a great guy, big Oriole fan. Also, Michael Cobb, Trey Wenzel, Paul Edward, Chris Marks, Ken Pryor, and Jordan Luft. All shout-outs to those Oriole fans right there.
A little quick math at rough estimate within 5 yards, about 128 yards passing just on his 4 touchdown passes.
Yeah. Now, Gunsel, be impressed. Look at the time he's got. He's still, now he'll get rid of it, and it's going to be caught out there, and caught by Kyle Himes Jr. Just a great job of communication between a quarterback and his wide receiver, and him being given all day for protection to pass by that vaunted offensive line of the Orioles. Again, let's give them some love right now. That, again, Colin Shelton, Connor Shaney, Blake Nelson, Donovan Salazar, and big number 63, Walt Autry.
Yeah. Textbook, and then the receivers all running routes. Right now, Fremont's struggling for air, Scoop, because, we're running 5, 6, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 5 receivers out there right now that they got to cover. And look at this screen.
Look at a little trick play. Mikey
Himes.
Himes, he's at the 10.
Scoop.
Himes breaks a tackle, and he's still on his feet. He's driving.
He's going to push him in, Scoop. He's going to push him in.
No, he gets down to about the 2-yard line.
Wow. Look at that offensive line there. Trying to push him in.
Or is
big Walt Autry, and who was the other one there?
Well, Walt Autry was at, I think was at the right guard right there.
Donovan Salazar,
yeah,
54.
Donovan Salazar, and as the late, great Dick Enberg, one of my all-time favorite sports broadcaster, would say, oh, my. 1:01 to go in the opening half. Ludington 28, Fremont nothing. The Orioles, they got the heavy package.
I'm calling quarterback keep.
Offensive play. Gunsel, touchdown, Orioles! That is considered a 1-yard touchdown run at the 58 seconds to go in the opening half. Cam Gunsel scores on a 1-yard touchdown run.
I tell you, Scoop, this, like I said, 1:35 to go. We call timeout. We get that ball back on the 4th down stop. And, what great opportunity to run that 2-minute offense. You never know when you're going to need it coming up here in the future. And just textbook play calling and execution out there by the Oriole offense.
Gomez in for the point after. The kick is up, and the kick is good. And with 58 seconds to go in the opening half, your score from Oriole Field, the Ludington Orioles 35, the Fremont Packers nothing. You are watching and listening to the OSN as the Badger horn blows, and you're also listening to 102.7 WMOM. When you think paint, think Ludington Paint and Glass, the local source for all of your projects. With over 5,000 colors of top quality Benjamin Moore and Pittsburgh paint, you are bound to find the perfect colors for your next painting project. We are your color match experts. LP&G can help you design your Pinterest-worthy all-glass shower enclosure, bringing a spa-like feel to your home. We cover all your glass needs with on-site service of broken windows and screens and custom-cut tabletops, mirrors, and plexiglass. Ludington Paint and Glass, mixing paint and service since 1948. The local store with more, located at 213 South James Street in downtown Ludington. Call Ludington Paint and Glass at 231-843-8250. Follow us on Facebook at Ludington Paint and Glass. LP&G is proud to support Ludington sports. 1 yard touchdown run there by Cam Gunsel, his first rushing touchdown of the game to go with his 4 passing touchdowns. Ludington up 35-0, 58 seconds to go in the opening half. Here's the kick, and bringing the return back for Fremont is number 2, and that's Eli Waite. And Waite, pretty nice return right there before he's driven out of bounds by the Orioles, Jamie.
Yeah, it was a game of angles right there. We had number 11, Brody Jones, and it looked like number 12, Michael Wilson, both coming in. They had the speed coming in on the return, but they just took a little bit of a bad angle, and that allowed a few extra yards on the return there. But it's nice to see the Oriole coverage down there making things happen.
More shout-outs, one going out to Heidi Urka. I talked about somebody who into Orioles and into the sports. Heidi Urka. Carrie Henyon, who loves her Orioles. Also Russ Landis. And the Tyndall brothers, Austin Tyndall, who baby son, and also to Travis Tyndall. We saw Travis earlier this week. Kenny Tyndall's boys. Okay, 1st and 10 for Fremont. Ball on their own 25-yard line. Orioles up 35-0. Again, the Orioles will get Muskegon Oak Ridge next week right here at Oriole Field. On the carry there, looked to be the quarterback Crosley, and we got a player down, and that does not look good, Jamie.
Yeah, there was a big pile in there, Scoop. You know, and let's just hope for the best there. But when you're cutting up inside and you're getting guys piled on top of each other like that, you know, most likely a lineman gets rolled up from behind right there.
Yeah,
so.
and this lineman right now, we can't even really make out his number right now, but he has not moved. What we're going to do is step aside, and right now with Ludington leading 35.
Welcome to House of Flavors, Michigan's largest ice cream producer. Welcome to House of Flavors, Michigan's largest ice cream producer. But we're more than just ice cream. We exist to make ice cream, feed people, and make our world a better place. We donate 25% of all profits to charity annually. You heard that right. We are dedicated, innovative, adaptable. Come join our team. We are looking for amazing people to join our team in maintenance, operations, palletizing, warehouse, CDL drivers. We provide career development opportunities, year-round stability, competitive wages, health insurance, 401k retirement, bonuses, profit sharing, and free ice cream. Join us to make ice cream and make a difference. Find your career today at houseofflavors.com/careers.
We're back at Oriole Field. The injured Fremont Packer, number 68, that's Connor Vanderstelt. He is their starting center on offense, and that did not look good. Let's hope for the best for Connor Vanderstelt, as the Orioles have Fremont in a 2nd and 11 right now with 29 seconds to go in this opening half. There's a handoff, and that's Friends on the carry. Not much right there. That could very well be the last play of the first half. Totally dominated by the Orioles. Fremont did move the ball at times, Jamie. It's just the Orioles came up with a big defensive play when and where needed.
Yeah, like we said, a few possessions there. Fremont moved the ball between the 30s, and once they got to that 30-yard line, that defense became stout, and here we are with a shutout in the first half, Scoop.
Yeah, that's it. That was the last play of the first half. Your score at Oriole Field, Week 3 of the MHSAA season, the Orioles home opener, their conference opener. It's been all Ludington in the first half. The Orioles 35, the Packers of Fremont nothing. We'll be back in 2 minutes here on the Oriole Sports Network and 102.7 WMOM. Stay tuned.
Smith & Eddy Insurance in partnership with Auto Owners Insurance.
Since 1902, Smith & Eddy Insurance has been building relationships and providing insurance solutions as the area's largest independent agency. Here at Smith & Eddy Insurance, in partnership with auto owners, we offer the most experienced staff, the widest array of policies, and we have partnered with Auto Owners Insurance to provide exceptional solutions for our customers. With new technology and an old-school philosophy, our team is committed to delivering a winning customer experience by placing the right people in the right roles. Proudly serving all of West Michigan from our 4 convenient locations in Bear Lake, Scottville, Manistee, and in Hart, Smith & Eddy and Auto Owners remains deeply committed to the communities we serve and dedicated to meeting your insurance needs. Smith & Eddy Insurance in partnership with Auto Owners Insurance.
Safe Harbor Credit Union is your premier choice for all your banking needs. At Safe Harbor Credit Union, our members always come first. You're not just a member, you're family. This is Adam Johnson, President and CEO of Safe Harbor Credit Union and proud former Ludington Oriole athlete. We're thrilled to once again be the premier halftime sponsor for the Orioles Sports Network. If you haven't yet experienced the Safe Harbor Credit Union difference, now is the perfect time to make the switch. We cherish our relationships with our members and our community student athletes. You'll find us in the stands cheering for that next Oriole win and in local classrooms teaching finance. We believe in being the local financial institution that you can trust with all your banking needs. When you invest with us, your money stays local, and local decision making ensures that your needs are our top priority. Your success is our success. We belong to you. Come visit us at our new location at 5511 US 10 here in Ludington. We can't wait to welcome you into our family at Safe Harbor Credit Union.
Pride of the Orioles, the LHS marching band gets ready to perform here at Oriole Field. Ludington up 35-0 at the half. We want to first thank Smith & Eddy Insurance, our exclusive. We want to thank them too, but first we want to thank Safe Harbor Credit Union, who's our exclusive halftime show sponsor. Where your success is our success, we belong to you. Visit them at 5511 US 10 in Ludington or give them a call, 843-2323, Safe Harbor Credit Union. And Smith & Eddy Insurance, our exclusive post-game sponsor. Smith & Eddy Insurance of Ludington, Scottville, and Manistee, a caring business foremost in insurance and community support. For peace of mind, let Smith & Eddy handle all of your insurance needs. Before we give the scoring summary here, I'd like to give a report on the Ludington JV game from last night. And this is posted up on the Oriole Sports Network page. This is the summary from Coach Rich Kirby. Coach Kirby said it was another good evening for the JV Orioles last night down in Fremont. They earned a 48-8 win. Leading rushers were Asher Forfinski with 115 yards on 7 carries. Jace Hodges, 97 yards on 3 carries. And Andrew Busan earned 39 yards on 6 carries. Asher went 7 for 10, passing for 87 yards. Leading tacklers came from all over the field. Aiden McDonald, Finn Flannery, and Owen Young each earned 4 solos, while Asher Forfinski and Rockney Lemire pulled in 3 solos. Andrew Busan had the lone interception for the Orioles. Asher Forfinski ran for a touchdown and threw for 3 touchdowns. Started the scoring with a 70-yard touchdown run, the second play of the game. Moments later, Jace Hodges ran one in from 60 yards out. Bryce Buck caught a 21-yard touchdown to close out the first quarter. Trenton Trevisano brought in a 4-yard touchdown pass to get the scoring started in the second quarter. Landon Sloan added one of his own for 31 yards as well to make it 35-0 going into halftime. Jace Hodges found the end zone on the first drive of the third quarter with a 31-yard touchdown run, and Trenton Trevisano earned the final score of the evening for the Orioles with a 6-yard run. Jackson Haney, Landon Sloan, and Asher Forfinski were perfect on extra point attempts. That's a great summary report right there from Coach Rich Kirby on the JV football team, Jamie.
Yeah, what that tells me is there's a lot of depth, a lot of kids playing different positions, and just a very, very something that hasn't happened. And not to sound negative about it, but something that hasn't happened here in a long, long time is depth in the entire program. We have depth in the basketball programs and in baseball and soccer's, but we finally got depth in the football program, and it's showing out here.
You know what's really great right now, Jamie, is seeing 2 Ludington Oriole football players with the marching band.
Yeah.
And one of those is Gabe Gomez, our kicker, who was a perfect 5 for 5 on point after tries. And the other Oriole out there, the other Oriole is Gregory Schrader and Gabe Gomez are the two Oriole football players who are with the band right now. We're going to give you that scoring summary, folks, but first, we want to thank Indian Summer Co-op. Indian Summer, proud to be a sponsor of the Oriole Sports Network and our Ludington area athletes. We wish you all the best for the season of sports. Play strong, play proud, and as always, stay healthy. Go Ludington Orioles. Right now, we're going to listen to the player in the spotlight. Stay tuned, Oriole Nation. Welcome, Oriole Nation, to the Indian Summer Ludington Oriole Player in the Spotlight. That player for tonight's game is Zach Graham. Zach is a senior. He wears jersey number 4. He plays wide receiver on offense and cornerback on defense. Now, Zach, your favorite thing about being a Ludington football player?
Being a Ludington football player, I think my favorite part of it is just the team and having all my friends with me all the time and just having fun in practice with them.
Speaking of fun, how much fun was it last Friday at Mason County Central, playing the Spartans and beating them? I know you have strong ties to Scottville and Mason County Central.
Yeah. It felt really nice beating them after they came in to Ludington and beat us the year before. It sucked going home thinking about that, but we came back stronger than ever and kicked their butt.
Your strongest or best trait about the way that you play the game?
Can you repeat that question, actually?
Sure, yeah. The strongest or best trait about the way that you play the game?
I think my strongest trait would be just going hard all the time. I think that's my number one trait, is just going as hard as I can all the time and just not giving up the gas.
Now, your offense has put up 94 points in the first 2 games, and the defense has been all over the field, only allowing 13 points a game. What do you feel the team's strengths are and the goals of this year's team?
I think our strengths would definitely be our offense with how many people we have returning. We have basically the whole offense returning, and our defense just got so much better in the offseason. Everybody was working hard, and our defense looks good. Last year we were giving up a bunch of points, and I think this year it's just going to be a big difference with our defense. And I think our biggest goal for the season, my biggest goal, is I want to win a district. So.
I was just going to ask you your individual goals you would like to attain. Of course, that's a team goal, winning a district, but have you set numbers for yourself for this year? I mean, do you want like 25 receptions, maybe 5-6 touchdowns? I mean, I'm sure you probably want more than that even.
Yeah. Last year, I think I had 7 touchdowns. I'd like to get about 8 or 9 maybe this year, maybe even 10. That was my goal before the season started. And on defense, I want to get at least 5 interceptions this year. I had 2 last year, 3 last year, I think, actually. 2 or 3, but that's my goal.
Yeah. It's those interceptions pretty sweet when you pick off a quarterback's pass, isn't it?
Yep.
Your favorite sports movie?
It'd have to be The Blind Side. I think that's a great movie. It's a little emotional for me, actually, but yeah.
Outstanding football movie. Favorite music that you listen to, Zach?
Probably just country. Country's probably my favorite. It just chills me out. Just chill.
Are you old country or new country? New country, by that I mean somebody like, what is it, Jelly Roll? Or maybe, was it Shabuzi?
No, I don't really listen to them too much. I listen to a new guy. He's not really known too much, Hudson Westbrook.
Okay, how about George Strait? Now, he's a legend. Do you ever listen to his music?
Oh, a little bit, yeah, a little bit.
All right. Favorite dish that Dad makes for you and your family?
I'd have to say when he smokes his ribs. Those are the best.
My mouth is watering right now. That sounds delicious. Your favorite restaurant in Ludington?
Probably El Rancho. I know it's a common one, but that's the best one, I think.
I think all you Ludington athletes hang out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very popular place. Favorite class and teacher at LHS?
Favorite class and teacher, probably just Mr. Kirby's class, just him getting after us and just lifting. I always want to get bigger and stronger, so that's probably my favorite class.
The football players and all the athletes, they love Mr. Rich Kirby. Your hobbies?
Besides doing all the sports I do, I like to go to the golf course. I like to do some work around the house with my dad. And
okay.
Golf, though. I'm a big golfer. Love golf.
Now, I know what you're going to do in the winter and spring at Ludington High, but let Oriole Nation know.
I'll be playing basketball and then baseball in the spring.
All right, and coming off a real nice, the season, it was a really interesting year last year with the Ludington baseball team. 6-18 going into the districts, and you guys had just a very super special day at Big Rapids, winning the district there with wins over Remus, Chippewa Hills, and Cadillac. That had to be super sweet for you and your teammates.
Yep, it was great. That was probably that was one of the funnest days I've had in a long time. It was just, everything was going good for us, and it just felt great to be on the baseball field that day.
Your role model?
Probably my dad. Just look over my dad.
Okay, Zach, where do you hope to be and what do you hope to be doing in 10 years?
I plan to go to trade school to be an electrician, so I hope that. Yep.
Okay, and before we get to this last question, you had a sad thing happen in your life this past Friday, just prior to the start of the Mason County Central Ludington game, and I know it really hits home with you. You lost your grandma. You want to tell Oriole Nation a bit about that?
Yep, I lost my great-grandma 20 minutes before the game on Friday. My parents had to wait to tell me until after the game, so they didn't affect my play, but yep, lost a big part of the family. She was the one that really held the whole family together, so the big one.
Your dad sent me a note before the game. Always sent a special shout out, and then we got the news from your grandpa about, I think sometime in the third quarter he came up and told me. So sorry about that. The OSN and 102.7 WMO and pass our condolences, Zach. And we want to close out by asking you if there's anybody watching or listening to tonight's broadcast that you'd like to send a shout out to.
I got some family over in Midland on the east side, and I'd like to shout out my granny. Yep.
Okay, Zach, thanks on being the Indian Summer Ludington Oriole player in the spotlight for tonight's game. All the best to you and the O's this gridiron season. Keep up the great play. It should be a super special season. As always, go O's.
Go O's.
Our Indian Summer Ludington Oriole player in the spotlight, Zach Graham. And Zach was on the receiving end of one of Cam Gunsel's 4 touchdown passes in the first half, a 39-yarder at the 7-minute mark of the first quarter. Ludington has 4 touchdown passes from Gunsel to 4 different receivers and 1 rushing touchdown by Cam Gunsel. And right now I'm going to give you that scoring summary. Ludington got on the board at the 8:53 mark of the first quarter on a 20-yard strike from quarterback Cam Gunsel to tailback Mikey Himes. Point after was good by Gabe Gomez. That gave Ludington a quick 7-0 lead. Then at the 7-minute mark, that 39-yard touchdown pass from Gunsel to Graham. Again, the point after was true by Gabe Gomez, and the Orioles were off to a quick 14-0 lead. With 11:47 to go in the second quarter, it was the first play of the second quarter. Cam Gunsel hooked up with his favorite receiver, Taj Williams, on a 64-yard touchdown pass. Again, the point after good by Gomez. Ludington 21, Fremont nothing. 2:59 to go in the opening half. A 17-yard touchdown pass from Gunsel to Kyle Himes Jr. Point after again good by Gomez, and the Orioles had a 28-0 lead. And then with just 58 seconds to go in the second quarter, a 1-yard touchdown run by quarterback Cam Gunsel. Point after good by Gomez. Ludington 35, Fremont nothing. That's where we stand right now. Gunsel came into this game with 12 touchdowns combined on the season after just 2 games. And he's already got 5 tonight. He's got 4 passing and 1 rushing. He's just a phenomenal football player, isn't he, Jamie?
Yes, he is. We got to give him the credit because he's the one quarterback, and he's the one with the ball in his hands. He's the one starting the plays, whether it's running or throwing. But we've been
offensive line gets a lot too.
Offensive line, how the receivers are blocking. Some of those runs don't happen if his receivers aren't textbook blocking down the field. And we talked about all facets of the game. It's always nice the quarterback gets his name said the most, but when you back up your numbers, that's what happens, Scoop. And and the rest of the team is filling that in. And so far through 2.5 games here, the Oriole offense is just unstoppable right now, Scoop.
Walt Autry, again, let's give some credit to the offensive line. All-state candidate Walt Autry, number 63. The right guard, number 55, Donovan Salazar. The left guard, 54, Blake Nelson. The left tackle, 53, Connor Shaney. And the center, number 50, Colin Shelton. That's the Oriole offensive line. And again, we've mentioned it a few times, we've got big number 58, Sweet Louis Salazar, coming back next week. So you talk about having depth and some outstanding offensive linemen. You're definitely going to have it right there, Jamie.
Yeah.
Some more shout-outs to Oriole Nation, Charles Smith, also Debbie McLaughlin tuned in tonight, John Long, Rochelle and Ella Higgins. They are big-time, loyal Ludington Oriole fans, whether it comes to football or basketball. They're listening and watching from Carlisle, Arkansas. Also, a shout-out to Karen and Dan Foote, Joyce Uziak, David Buskirk, Georgia McEwicky, McCoy Landis did a nice job last year as the Oriole ball boy for the basketball team. Jim Fay, Tia Wells, Ian Schrader, tuned in, as is Chase Baker. Chase is one of the cooks on the Badger. He was going to be tuned in tonight. Chase is a great guy. Does an exceptional job as one of the cooks on the Badger. Also, Mike Hart, who I just ran into and chatted with the other night at our Mason County Sports Hall of Fame board meeting, and Kathy Surd as well. And Christy Stark, all three of those, Christy Stark, Kathy Surd, and Mike Hart, all on the board of directors for the Mason County Sports Hall of Fame. Shout outs as well to Lynn Richard, Jeannie Oakes, and Ron Paul, as well as my good buddy Chris Castellani, listening down in Canton, Ohio tonight.
Yeah, and it's going to be quick here in the second half. We're about to get the kickoff here, Scoop, and 35-0. It will be a running clock, and what I'm sure what Coach Gunsel wants is, hey, keep doing what you're doing. We don't want to let these guys score. We're going to get some backups in here later on in the late third quarter, early fourth quarter. And, and nothing changes. Just because you may play some reserves doesn't mean you pull the gas off. Those guys practice hard all week, Scoop. Mm-hmm. And they're coming out for the same thing as the starters are. They want to score. They want to get their hands on the ball. They want to make that decleating tackle. So it's going to be a fun second half to watch here, Scoop. And we're about to get the kickoff.
Gabe Gama is set to kick off for the Orioles. As we begin play here in the second half, as Jamie mentioned, the state-mandated running clock will be in effect as the Orioles have a 35-0 lead. Ludington again home next week against Muskegon Oak Ridge Eagles. And the OSN and 102.7 WMOM will be there to bring that to you. Good kick by Gomez, drove the Fremont return man all the way back to about his own 2-yard line. And there's a big hit right there at the 20.
That was number 11, Brody Jones.
Oh, Brody, he's got a lot of his brother's blood in him.
Yeah, that was an excellent tackle. I like to see Brody get in there, lead with his shoulder, trying to jar that ball loose, and stopped him right in his tracks. Great tackle right there by Brody Jones.
We'd like to thank House of Flavors Manufacturing, our exclusive pregame sponsor. Delicious House of Flavors ice cream sold around the world, made right here in Ludington. House of Flavors Manufacturing, proud to help keep our hometown dynamic and support Ludington Oriole sports, producing and distributing quality ice cream since 1937. Pleased to be an important corporate citizen and premier employer in the Ludington community. That's House of Flavors. Here's a run by Friends, and Friends bounces off about 3 tackles. Nice 8 or 9 yard gain there by Friends before he's brought down. And let's see who was on the tackle right there. With the way it's dusk right now,
yeah,
darkness,
there's a shadow across, but
yeah.
I tell you what, like you said, key word, he broke 3 tackles. All 3 Oriole players who tried to make the tackle were trying to force a fumble instead of just making the tackle. But hey, it's 35-0. They're trying to make that play here, Scoop. So
all right, so gain of 9 on the play there by Friends. 10:36 to go in the third quarter. There's a first down run. I believe that's Friends on the carry again.
Yeah, Cam Gunsel right in there on the stop, along with Cooper Holmes.
A big shout out and thank you to Indian Summer Co-op. They are proud to be a sponsor of the OSN and our Ludington area athletes. We wish you all the best for this season of sports. Play strong, play proud, and as always, stay healthy. Go Ludington Orioles. Shout out as well to Dan LeDuc, again on the public address call, and he does a great job every year. Former Ludington football coach. And
I just seen Sam down there.
Yeah, you saw lightning, huh?
I seen lightning down there in the booth.
Very good. Okay, here's looks like there was a little cross up there. Crosley on the carry, and he's going to lose yardage. That's the Fremont quarterback. Again, we thank Lundquist Furniture, West Michigan's largest furniture store, located at 203 North Main Street, downtown Scottville. Family owned and operated since 1940. For your furniture needs, call Lundquist. Talk to Trent, 231-757-3368. Trent is there for you. You can be a Ludington Oriole, a Cardinal of Mason County Eastern, a Spartan of Mason County Central. You could even be a Waters Meet Nimrod, and he would be there for you, or even a Flivver from Kingsford.
Yep. Or a St. Louis Shark.
Yeah, definitely. Loss of 1 on that last carry by the quarterback, Braden Crosley. 2nd and 11 for Fremont, 9:17 to go in the third quarter. The running clock in effect. Crosley's going to be brought down there, and let's see who that was on the tackle. Looks like it could be, let's see, no, it's
53. Connor Shaney.
Connor Shaney on the tackle, one of the Orioles starting offensive linemen as well. Bring up a 3rd and 15.
I tell you, Connor's a ball player, man. You know, he's not very tall, and that doesn't matter on a football field sometimes, because when you're strong, you see his leg scoop. He's a strong kid. He loves contact, and
he's got a huge heart.
Size doesn't matter, man. He just gets after it.
There's a delayed handoff, and the Orioles were not having that. Big Walt Autry there, and Walt had a couple of his buddies there with him too.
Yep, Cooper Holmes in there with him, and then also who's getting up there. Last one there is Logan Sloan.
We want to thank Safe Harbor Credit Union, our exclusive halftime show sponsor, where your success is our success. We belong to you. Visit them at 5511 US 10 in Ludington, or give them a call, 843-2323, Safe Harbor Credit Union. 4th and 17 for Fremont. Into punt will be number 7, Gabe Hulst. And I think this might be Fremont's first punt, or if it isn't, it's second punt of the ball game. They went for it on 4th down, just about as much as Oriole or Lion coach Dan Campbell, Motor Steady Dan Campbell.
Yeah, I like that. Hey, I don't mind it. No beef with that. We'll talk about the Lions here in a little bit, Scoop, when we get a break in the action, and a couple of shout-outs I got to give out there. But right now here, Fremont, like we talked about earlier, they're thinking, we got to punt this ball out of bounds, because if they get it in the hands of Zach Graham or the freshman Mikey Hines, it can go the distance in a heartbeat.
Mike Lansky, we want to give him a shout out. Mike rides the Badger quite a bit, a huge fan of the SS Badger. He absolutely loved your comment last week when you said you could have driven the Badger through that hole. He absolutely loved. He mentioned that on the OSN page, how he loved your comment when you brought that up.
Yeah,
so.
Well, that's the you can't think Ludington without the Badger, Scoop. You know, and we got the Badger horn out here for Horn games, and you work on the Badger. It's just a great thing. But it was true. I mean, the offensive line were just separating holes, and not just one. You could take a choice, and like I said, and the Badger doesn't move very fast. And when you got a hole that big, Scoop, you hit it. That's what we did.
Our average cruising speed, 14.7 knots. That's a little over 17 miles per hour. Okay, here we go. Fremont will punt. It's a low snap.
Look at
it
this.
gets away from him. It's back down to the 3-yard line. We're going to have a safety. That might be a safety. No, it's going to be marked. No.
Put him at the half-yard line.
It's going to be marked. Yeah, exactly. At the half-yard line. It was a snap. It come back on a one hop, and then it got past the punter, went all the way back, and the punter went back. Hulst went back there, and he got the ball, but then there was an Oriole defender got in there and brought him down.
I think it was Mike Wilson. I can't be exact, but the official just went down there. Scoop looked like we got to watch out for that 10-yard line.
He looks like he's no worse for the wear. The official goes down. Ludington has the ball at the 1-yard line.
Can we say hello, 6 touchdown for Cam Gunsel? There's no doubt that this isn't a quarterback keep up the middle, but that's just me. I'm trying to make a call here. Scoop.
Okay, here we go. 6:55 to go, third quarter, and we got 2 Orioles in motion.
No,
that's going to take the Orioles back 5 yards. Yeah, 2 Orioles in motion at the same time, Jamie.
Yeah, we had the slot back, and then the slot back went in motion, and the receiver started to move, and he stopped, and was like, oh boy.
Procedure on the Orioles.
We're going to do some wholesale changes here. Now we're going to take out the jumbo package, and we're bringing the 3 wide receivers back in, which is Tosh Williams and Kyle Himes Jr. and Zach Graham have all checked back in. So now we're going to spread them out, three wide receivers with a slot back, and probably looking at a 5-yard, 6-yard touchdown possible run by Cam Gunsel.
First down, goal to goal. Gunsel on the carry, and he's going to get the ball back to right about where they originally had it, down to about the 1. Let's see if they mark it at the 2. That was a first down and goal to go from the Fremont 6-yard line right there after the penalty. Gunsel has it, and it's going to be marked down at the 1 yard line. So they're right back where they were.
Right back
right
where
now.
they were.
And that's going to be a 2nd down and goal to go.
And
coming into the game is at 9, JT Keith, number 9. I talked to JT before the game. I said, I love the number you're wearing. That was my high school football number. I wore number 9. 9 at home and 12 on the road. He goes, why do you have 2 different numbers, Scoop? I said, they didn't have a 12 home, and they didn't have a 9 road jersey. Okay, here we go. 2nd down, goal to go for the Orioles.
I was 88 at home, 89 on the road.
Gunsel rolling right. Now he's going to be brought down, and the pass is incomplete. He got rid of it just before he was sacked right there. And give Fremont some credit right there. They really put some pressure on Cam Gunsel.
And that was the
Cam Gunsel.
And that was the first time that Cam Gunsel didn't have any time all night, Scoop. 5 minutes and 31 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter, and that's the first pressure on Cam Gunsel as he dropped back to make that pass.
Again, the Orioles receiving the ball at their own 1 here on a snap that went.
Watch Mikey Himes coming this
exactly.
way.
Went there, but Himes in motion and keeping it and into the end zone. Is that Gunsel?
That's Cam Gunsel, number 6.
Cam Gunsel.
6 touchdowns.
His 6th touchdown of the ball game, 2nd rushing, and it comes at the 5:07 mark of the 3rd quarter. A 1-yard touchdown run by quarterback Cam Gunsel.
Yeah, I tell you what, right now, Scoop, if one of these Ludington residents didn't know that there was a football game going on, they would want to know what's going on down with the Badger.
Love
as
them.
much as that horn's been going off tonight.
Hey, when we're here at Oriole Field, we love hearing the Car Ferry horn blasting. That means good things for Ludington football when you hear that. A good snap. The kick is up, and the kick is good. With 5:07 to go, 3rd quarter, Ludington 42, and Fremont nothing. We'll stay right here and tell you about Smith & Eddy Insurance, our exclusive post-game sponsor. Smith & Eddy Insurance of Ludington, Scottville, and Manistee, a caring business foremost in insurance and community support. For peace of mind, let Smith & Eddy handle all of your insurance needs. And Mike Benedict and Benedict's Auto Center, providing the best in auto body repairing and painting since the 40s. Benedict's Auto Center would like to remind you to exercise extra caution on the road. However, if you end up with a scrape, if you're involved in a fender bender, or if you suffer major collision damage, give Benny a call, 231-613-4111. That's Benedict's Auto Center, 1742 US 10 between Ludington and Scottville. And, of course, Ludington Paint and Glass, mixing paint and service since 1948. The local store with more, located at 213 South James Street, downtown Ludington. Call LP&G at 843-8250. Ludington Paint and Glass, the local source for all of your projects, is proud to support Ludington Oriole Sports while being a sponsor on the Oriole Sports Network. Gama is set to kick off. Ludington up 42-0. Gabe's his leg's going to be a little tired tonight, Jamie.
Yeah, that's okay. He'll keep it warmed
Speaking
up.
of that, just as I say that, he kicks it out of bounds.
Yeah. You gave him the old jinx, Scoop.
Hey, a few more shout-outs here to Oriole. We've got a lot of Oriole Nation tuned in tonight. Les Johnson.
Yes, Lester.
I've known Les for a long
time. He used to be my assistant coach for freshman and JV basketball.
Great guy, Les and Susie Johnson. And I remember years and years ago when I was still in high school, I used to babysit for them, for Aaron and Adam.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Dan Snagowski, I could tell you right then that Adam and Aaron were going to be athletes. They absolutely loved sports. They would actually come to some of my baseball and football practices. Yeah. So, yeah, they turned out to be phenomenal athletes. Let's see here. We have the Tigers are losing to the Marlins. Is that correct? 5-1?
Oh, my gosh.
5-1.
Scooble's pitching tonight.
Oh, that's not good. All right, here we go. Fremont with the ball. There's a pass complete. We have 4:38 to go in the game. I'm sorry, 4:38 to go in the 3rd quarter. And the pass complete there from Crowley. And he gets it out
to number 7.
To Gabe Hulst. And a gain of 5 on the play. 2nd down and 5.
Yep,
Ludington.
nice little wide receiver screen there, just trying to get a few yards there, Scoop.
Ludington up 42-0. Running clock is in effect. Ludington home next Friday against the Muskegon Oak Ridge Eagles. There's a fumble, and it's recovered by Fremont. Loss on the play, though, back to the 35-yard line.
Yeah, I think that was Cooper Holmes in there again.
We'd like to give a shout-out to Max Munn, former Ludington Oriole offensive lineman. Also, Anton Egbein, who's listening and watching from South Texas. Lori McBride and Kelly Lewis. A lot of folks tuned in.
Max
you got
Munn,
a couple, don't you?
Max Munn, one of my former basketball players as a freshman, doing really good for himself. He went and played at Madonna University for a year or two, I think, Scoop.
He was teammates with
Jacob Ireland, another one of my players. But when I understand now, I think Max just graduated with his first master's, and I think he's going into something to do with the state police, detectives or something like that.
What do we have there, Jamie? Do we have a penalty? We had to have a penalty on the Orioles right there because Fremont has the ball out at their own 49-yard line. Here's a cutback there. A good hard run there by Friends. And he's got a Fremont first down. There was something we missed right there. Because there was a loss on the play back to the 35, and then next thing you know, you look up, and Fremont's got the ball at their own 49-yard line.
Yeah, I didn't quite see what happened there. I didn't even see a flag, Scoop, so something must have...
There goes a drone right in front of us.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see that? Yeah. So second and one, actually, for Fremont right now. They have the ball at the Oriole 39-yard line. Friends...
Oh,
and big hit there by Cooper Holmes. Wow. You talk about a textbook tackle right there. Cooper Holmes. Woo!
Yep, wrap and drive right there, Scoop. It comes in, lowers the shoulder, wraps him up, picks him up, and drives him back.
The McGee Insurance Group has been serving West Michigan since 1939. They provide quality insurance coverage tailored to fit your needs and budget. McGee Insurance services include auto, commercial, home, health, life, and umbrella insurance. The McGee Insurance Group, 5965 West US 10, located next door to Ludington Chiropractic. Call 231-845-5000.
Fumble!
There's a fumble! Fumble, and looks like the Orioles have recovered.
Who do we got on that ball right there? That is number...
Is that 64 or 54? Just a sec here.
64.
Oh, no. 54.
No, 54.
54 for the Orioles. And that is Blake Nelson.
Blake
Nelson on the recovery. I was chatting with his mom before the game tonight.
Yeah. Yep, Blake's a good football player too. We just up and down. You can just go up and down the roster, Scoop. And every kid has something to contribute. So, and this, we're going to get our second possession with that running clock. We don't get much time.
We got some new numbers out there too, Jamie. Let's try to identify them.
Yeah, Mikey Himes is in at quarterback.
Mikey Himes is now the quarterback. Asher Forfinski is out there at tailback. He wears number 22. And Himes will keep. Himes still with Mikey Himes. He's at the 50. A nice run there. He's got an Oriole first down. Gain of about 11 on the play.
Yeah, he's nice. Nice athletic move right there. We're getting all kinds of this very well deserving. We get our starters did their job, and
look who's coming out. Our All-State candidate Walt Autry comes off to the sideline.
Yeah, and there's no reason to get anybody hurt right here. And these kids have worked hard all week, and they deserve to play this game out. Scoop.
We got to find out who went over to right tackle, Jamie.
Yeah, let's get some here. We got.
You'd think these numbers would be easier to read.
Well, now that it's dark, it's they're not as well with that outline, but it looks like 64 is out on here on the end.
Is that 58 out there?
And there goes Asher.
Asher Forfinski. Boy, he looks like a long strider right there. He has a nice pickup on the carry all the way down to the Fremont 41-yard line.
All right, let me pick up some linemen. I got a 54.
Is it a 64?
Here comes J.T. Keith in the lineup.
Maybe Chase Gable. I think Chase Gable is in there right now. 64. He's a sophomore. 5'10", 227-pounder.
Yeah, I think was the only one I was thinking is I'm looking on the sideline to see if Colin Shelton is he still playing center?
We'll see.
I think we have four new. If Colin's at center, and we also have four new offensive linemen with him.
We'll identify them as soon as we can for you, Oriole Nation. We just know that. Oh, look at that. There's a deflection. Mikey Himes, though.
This might come all the way around.
He's going to make something out of it. Well, he's dragged down. Yep. That 25 last week who made that tackle, that, we said we didn't have his name on the roster.
Yeah.
That 25, that was Braden Tyndall. Tyndall.
Okay.
Who wears 25. He made that nice tackle last week at Mason County
let's
Central.
See. We got 54, 64.
So 54 is Blake Nelson, he's a starter. 64 is Chase Gable.
Yep, and then I see
55, I think, is out there.
Now they're all huddled back up, blocking me right there.
Salazar, yeah. You know what? We're at the end of the third quarter. Ludington 42, Fremont nothing. The state-mandated running clock is in effect, but we're going to step aside right now. You are watching and listening to the OSN and 102.7 WMOM.
What makes great apple juice? Great apples. Who makes great apples? Easy. Michigan farmers. Indian Summer represents only the best Michigan farmers, and all of its delicious products are made in Ludington. Ask for Indian Summer in your favorite store now.
We're back at Oriole Field, and we're about to begin play here in the fourth quarter. Ludington winning 42-0, state-mandated running clock in effect. And a few more shout-outs. One to Joe McAdam, also Mike Mesher, Karen Hasselbalch, Charlotte Nicholson, Laura Fries, Sue Smith, Robbie Ann Hathaway, Marcus, the Mini Microwave Vella, and Mary Russell. And I know you've got a few, Jamie.
Yeah, and I got one of my good friends that I went to high school with. I graduated in 89, and he was 91, but Brian Elliott and his son Brandon Elliott are in Michigan. They live in Arizona right now, and we'll pick this up in a minute.
There's a nice pass completed there from Mikey Himes
to Kyle
Himes Jr., the Himes connection right there, and that was a nice pass. That might be Mikey's first varsity completion right there.
That was a seed, too. Scoop.
Yes, it was.
So they're here visiting. Brandon is a senior, so for his senior trip, Brian brought his son back, and they're going to the big house for the first time for Brandon tomorrow, so he's going to get to experience that. And then they're doing some golfing, doing some golf courses around. So shout out to Brian and Brandon here from Arizona.
All right, Ludington to 1st and 10. Himes will keep. Nice move by Mikey. He's at the 25. He's at the 20, the 15, the 10, and he's in. Touchdown, Ludington. Mikey Himes got a 32-yard touchdown run.
And the freshman is excited, you know. That's just the talent, the Scoop. He's the starting corner, he's the starting wide receiver, and he's the backup quarterback. And most likely, don't know anything, but most likely, probably the Ludington quarterback for the next 3 seasons.
The moves he made there. I've been hearing a lot about this young man for 3-4 years now, and just some. You got to be a pure athlete to make some of the moves he just made.
You know, and it's all dedication, Scoop. I coached him in 7th and 8th grade basketball. Very, very talented kid. And the thing about it is his worth ethic. You know, from the time he wakes up in the morning, Scoop, he starts with yoga, he eats his breakfast, then he comes to school, usually 0 hour, does the 0 hour workout. Practice after school or a game. He'll go home tonight, Scoop, and probably do an hour of yoga and then finish off with a few sit-ups and push-ups and then go to bed. Kid just nonstop, Scoop.
32-yard touchdown run by the Oriole quarterback there, Mikey Himes, who's in for Cam Gunsel, who had one heck of a night tonight. He's had one heck of a year the first 3 games. Gabe Gomez, 7 of 7 on extra points tonight. Ludington 49, Fremont nothing. 11-11 left in the ball game. We want to thank Urca Auto Center. They are founded on trust, integrity, and respect. We are proud to offer these values in our sales and business practices so our customers keep returning. The vehicles on our lot have the best prices and quality in the area, so come by and see us today. The Urca family has been selling vehicles in Mason County for 4 generations. Urca Auto Center, 3736 West US 10. Call 845-6282. You know, I thought, the weather has been obviously changed in the fall, but I'll tell you today, it's like it's in the 60s, but it's very muggy here tonight.
Yeah, it's. I think it was 78 earlier today, Scoop, and I looked at the weather. It's going to be high 70s here, and then, oh boy, we're breaking into the outside.
Oh, good run back there by Fremont's number 2.
Very nice run back.
That was nice. That was Eli Waite on the return, and he brings the ball all the way out to. What's it? There's a penalty marker down, though.
Yeah, it might be a hold back there.
Yeah, it looked like there was some holding there on some of the Ludington.
I don't know if it was Ludington or Fremont, but we're about to find out.
Yeah, no, it looked like it was on the Fremont kick return team.
Returner,
holding some of the Ludington kick off.
I guess
members.
Why we got a few minutes, Scoop, here.
Yeah.
With this running clock, we better get it in. So if I would have told you that an NFL football team threw for 177 yards in the game and rushed for 72 yards in the game, would you think they won that football game?
Well, I know it couldn't because the Lions only rushed for 46 yards.
Yeah, well, last week, the Packers threw for 177 yards. They ran for 72. The keys of the game was one pass play for a touchdown was 47 yards. One rush play was 24 yards. But you take away those two. I mean, yes, did we not look good? But I tell you what, with those kind of numbers, if we can play that way, things will be just fine. So all those folks who are
huge
freaking out about the Packers beating the Lions in week 1, just settle down and watch what happens Sunday at Ford Field, everybody.
Huge overreaction. Yeah, I was bummed out too, but it's only week 1. So, hey, we want to thank North Star Chiropractic. They pride themselves on taking care of Oriole athletes of all ages. The team at North Star Chiropractic is dedicated to helping Orioles prevent injuries, recover faster, and improve their overall performance. North Star's expert chiropractors understand the unique needs of athletes and use cutting-edge techniques to ensure a pain-free performance. At North Star Chiropractic, Oriole performance is our priority. That's North Star Chiropractic, 311 South Rath Avenue. Call 231-843-8200. Hey, I'd like to thank the folks that were over on Diamond 2 tonight. They were given free hot dogs over there and brats and all kinds of goodies. And also the Ludington concession stand, a couple of the workers came up here, were offering us popcorn and hot dogs before the game. So, boy, they're taking good care of us, Jamie.
They sure are. I think that had something to do with the Mr. K and the Ludington band over there and their supporters. And then, we had the halftime meal here. So always taking care of us here. Just good things happening over here at Oriole Nation. And while we're looking down there, let's give a shout out to Miss Jen Miraz right there. You don't get any better than that, man. Having a trainer like Miss Jen available to everyone. Every sport here. She taped up my niece here last night for swimming who has a hurt wrist. And Miss Jen just takes care of business. And I tell you what, Ludington wouldn't be the same without her, Scoop.
Big special shout out to Beth Purcell Castellani and her husband Tony. Tony Castellani, deep Ludington roots. Tony is the younger brother of my best buddy, Chris Castellani. They have been watching Oriole football this season. They just say orange and black attack. So good to see Beth and Tony tuned into the OSN tonight. And it was great seeing Chris here just a few weeks ago. He was up for Jeff Petzak's dad, Ron's celebration of life. And great seeing the entire Petzak family out there for that as well. So
excellent.
Yep. Okay, we have 8:44 left in the ball game. Ludington 49, Fremont nothing. The Orioles going for win 3 tonight, and next week they will host the Eagles of Muskegon.
Look at that.
Oh, big hit right there, and coming absolutely free, untouched right there for Ludington and laying a hit on Crosley.
Brune Fuller.
Wow, did he come in there?
Well, I bet you Brune's eyes were as big as that. Out on the middle of the field right there, boy. Good job, Brune Fuller. Yeah, I coached him in middle school basketball as well. Good kid.
Shout out to Team Loney Real Estate. That's Jamie Loney. If you're thinking about selling your home or property, let Team Jamie Loney at 5 Star Real Estate guide you every step of the way with clear communication, strong organization, and a focus on your wants and needs. Jamie makes the process smooth and stress-free. Call Jamie Loney, 231-794.
Over his head, Scoop.
There's a bad snap, and he'll go back and get it, probably all the way back to his own 30-yard line. You can get hold of Jamie Loney at 231-794-9740. Team Jamie Loney, 513 South James Street in Ludington.
Yeah, that was a bad snap right there, and then it looked like we had number, I want to say it was at 57, Rockney Lemire.
Oh, yeah,
right there.
he's been putting up some big numbers on the JV team. Rockney Lemire, 6'2", 197.
And did you see who ran from about the 40-yard line all the way down to the 30? There was Big Walt Altry, just pumped up that those defensive linemen are, that's what you love to see is your starters out there, just making sure that those reserves are getting the same love that they get when they're on the field.
3rd and 24. Crosley rolling to his right, passes away, and it's caught out. No, dropped.
Oh, he dropped it.
Wide open out there for Fremont. In fact, he was probably too wide open. Number 7, I believe that was Hulst. Gabe Hulst.
Was it Hulst? Yes, it was 7.
Hey, you want a sneak preview? You want a little scoop?
Let's hear it.
You want a scoop? Who's going to be the Indian Summer Player in the Spotlight next week?
Let me take a guess.
Take a guess. Week 4. one of the Oriole senior leaders.
Well, we've
Heat-seeking missile on defense. We've already done Cam.
Oh, so it's got to be Cooper Holmes.
Cooper Holmes will be next week's Indian Summer Ludington Oriole player in the spotlight. Oriole fans, Oriole Nation, you just heard it. You got a sneak scoop right there.
And I coached his brother and one of my favorite athletes, too, Spencer Holmes.
Spencer Holmes, yep. Here's a punt by Fremont. We're down to 6 minutes to go. It's a low line drive. Going to take a good Fremont bounce.
Yeah, we'll go out of bounds.
Ludington will take over 1st and 10 from their own 45-yard line. And we'd like to thank another of our great sponsors, Bob's Roofing Company. They are your reliable roofing partner with over 50 years of experience using only the finest quality materials, licensed and insured in commercial, industrial, and residential roofing. We've got you covered. Call us today and schedule your free estimate. 877-641-2627. Mike Mesher, your local salesman. I'll tell you, the guy who's ever doing the horn for the car ferry horn tonight, he's getting a workout, as is the Oriole band. They're really, and everybody's having a blast here tonight, except for, probably not the Fremont faithful and not the Fremont players. Ludington up 49-0. Here's a handoff. Asher Forfinski. Boy, he's got a unique running style. He really has those legs up high and kicking with those knees when he runs the ball.
He runs, who's the big...
Roger Craig?
Well, Roger Craig run like that. Herschel Walker run like that, up and down, just power. And the thing about Asher, he's got the football in his hand, but Asher's waiting to smoke somebody. Yeah. He wants contact. He wants to hit somebody.
Gain of 5 on the play there by Forfinski. 4:41 to go in the ball game. Ludington 49, Fremont nothing. Running clock has been in effect all of the second half. Forfinski in motion.
Look at that snag by one hand by Mikey Hines.
Gets on the outside there, and he's going to have a
first down.
Oriole first down. Yes, he is. Hey, Oriole Nation, Lenz Balder Insurance in Ludington is your local agency that gets it right the first time with a reputation built on knowledge, speed, and accuracy. They help individuals and businesses find coverage that truly fits. As an independent agency, Lenz Balder compares top carriers to find the best protection for your home, car, or your business, so you don't have to. From personalized service to peace of mind, Lenz Balder delivers more than insurance. They deliver confidence. All right, we have a 1st and 10 for the Orioles. Ball on the Fremont 40. Himes will keep it and makes a nice move right there. And we have 3:47 left in the game. Shout out to Dr. Mark Yuck and Ludington Chiropractic. They've been serving the chiropractic needs of Ludington and the surrounding communities for more than 30 years. At Ludington Chiropractic, no appointment is necessary. It is strictly a walk-in clinic. That's Dr. Mark Yuck at Ludington Chiropractic, 5965 East Ludington Avenue. For questions, call 231-843-1874, and you'll probably get a hold of our former technical engineer Braden Kronline's mom, Cheryl.
And number 13, Andrew Busan, just checked into the game.
And we're down to 3:11 to go.
We're going to get a false start.
Shout out to our exclusive pregame sponsor, House of Flavors Manufacturing. Delicious House of Flavors ice cream sold around the world, made right here in Ludington. They've been producing and distributing quality ice cream since 1937. Your favorite ice cream cone down there, Jamie, at Ludington House of Flavors?
Birthday cake, Scoop.
Birthday cake for Jamie. It is Michigan Pothole for me, for Scoop. Your favorite ice cream flavor?
Blue Moon.
Blue Moon used to be my favorite there, Nick, for many years until it's been overtaken by Michigan Pothole. Jackson, your favorite flavor of ice cream at House of Flavors?
I gotta agree on the birthday cake.
Birthday cake for Jackson. There you go. The Oriole Sports Network, 102.7 WMOM has just spoken with their favorite flavors of ice cream at Ludington House of Flavors. Okay, we have 2:59 to go in the game. Penalty on the Orioles. That'll back them up 5. Jamie, this has been a dominating performance by the Ludington Orioles tonight as they head in against a pretty darn good Muskegon Oak Ridge team next week, week 4 of the MHSA, right back here at Oriole Field.
Yep, and they're going to come in hungry. They're going to come in looking to play. But I tell you what, when you get out here on this field and you try to match up with this talent and speed, Scoop, you got to have the
Look
package.
At this, Himes. Mikey Himes all the way down to the Fremont 35-yard line.
Yeah.
Pick up a 15 on the play.
Yeah, what I liked about that, you've seen back-to-back penalties before the previous 2 plays there. We do have all the reserves in here. But what I like about the offensive coordinator here, Brent Gillett, calling the plays is, and then we're getting false starts and you see the coaching staff, they're upset. because you get your chance, you practice, and they're doing a great job coaching. They could have been fired up about it, but you seen they're upset. They told them what to do, and look, you come out the very next play, and it's a big play.
Asher for Finsky, he's got the first down and then some. Asher down inside the 30. Late penalty marker comes in right around the spot where he was tackled.
Yeah, I didn't see any other Orioles to call a holding, so maybe a face mask there, Scoop. If we see something, that's the only thing I can think of. It's got to be a face mask.
Okay, we got a score: Oak Ridge and Manistee tonight. Muskegon Oak Ridge 27, Manistee 8. That game is in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
And let's see here. That was a 3rd and 2 for the Orioles right there. Orioles were called. They were called for a 5-yard penalty there.
Yep, they were called for looks like a spot foul hold.
Yep, 3rd and 7 for Ludington. Oriole Nation, make sure you check out the Oriole Sports Network page later this evening. We'll have area scores of interest, the scoring summary for the Orioles, and stats as we receive them from Coach Charlie Gunsel on those stats, that is. Make sure you also check out the new page we put up tonight, and that is the stats that I received later in the week from Coach Gunsel from that previous week's game.
Yeah. I tell you what, sports has come a long way, and one good thing I would say that, came out of 2019 and COVID, Scoop, was the Oriole Sports Network. Fans couldn't come to games, and this Oriole Sports Network was created, and many schools want something similar to this, and I tell you, it's just a blessing for the Oriole Nation.
I think Fremont's got theirs up and running. I know Whitehall wanted to do something like we're doing too. Hey, early happy 20th birthday wishes to Emma McKinley. She turns 20 tomorrow.
Man, I tell you what, Emma, happy birthday, and Emma's a heck of a golfer. She's won a couple of, what do you want to call them, little junior pro-ams or whatever they are. She's won a couple of golf tournaments. Her brother, a good friend of mine, former athlete of mine, Evan McKinley, just got engaged this past week.
Yeah,
to,
congratulations to
Keelan Laird. So
Keelan Laird. Yep.
Congrats to those guys in the McKinley family.
The Orioles,
and the Laird family.
Victory formation. They got a first down on that last play, and now they're in victory formation, and that's going to do it, I do believe, a convincing and dominating 49-0 victory for the Ludington Orioles in their home opener, as well as their West Michigan Conference Lakes Division opener for the 2025 season. The Orioles moved to 3-0 on the year, 1-0 in the West Michigan Conference, and they will host the Muskegon Oak Ridge Eagles next Friday right here at Oriole Field. We're going to step aside right now. When we come back, we will have the Smith & Eddy post-game show right here on 102.7 WMOM and the Oriole Sports Network. Stay tuned. Reliable, professional, exceptional quality, and courteous service. Benedict's Auto Center has been providing the absolute best in auto body repairing and painting since the 1940s. For over 80 years, 3 generations of the Benedict family have run a business you can trust in Mason County and the surrounding area. Owner Mike Benedict will listen to your concerns and questions to ensure you have peace of mind and that the auto body needs of your vehicle are totally and completely met. At Benedict Auto Body, customer service is the #1 priority. We want our customers to know that when it comes to choosing a car repair business, it is their choice. Customers should call around and ask questions and get feedback from all car repair shops before making their decision. Bottom line, it is the right to pick which repair facility you want your vehicle fixed. That's Benedict's Auto Center at 1742 US 10 between Ludington and Scottville. You can reach owner Mike Benedict at 231-613-4111. We want to thank Smith & Eddy Insurance, our exclusive post-game sponsor. Smith & Eddy Insurance of Ludington, Scottville, and Manistee, a caring business foremost in insurance and community support. For peace of mind, let Smith & Eddy handle all of your insurance needs. The Ludington Orioles, very impressive performance tonight. They defeat the Fremont Packers 49-0. They are now 3-0 overall on the year, 1-0 in the West Michigan Conference Lakes Division. The Orioles got it started early here tonight on their opening offensive possession. They score at the 8:53 mark of the first quarter on a 20-yard touchdown pass from quarterback Cam Gunsel to tailback Mikey Himes. The point after good by Gabe Gomez, and that put the Orioles, staked them out to a quick 7-0 lead. Then with 7 minutes to go in the opening quarter. A 39-yard touchdown strike from quarterback Cam Gunsel to wide receiver Zach Graham, our Indian Summer Ludington Oriole player in the spotlight. Point after good by Gabe Gomez. Ludington 14, Fremont nothing. In the second quarter, on the very first play of the second quarter, lightning struck quickly for the Orioles. A 64-yard touchdown pass from quarterback Cam Gunsel to his favorite wide receiver Taj Williams. And the point after, again, good by Gomez, and that gave the Orioles a 21-0 lead. And then with 2:59 to go in the second quarter, a 17-yard touchdown pass from quarterback Cam Gunsel to, let's see, where do we have him playing tonight? We have him at, we had him at wide receiver tonight, Kyle Himes Jr. Point after, again, good by Gomez. Ludington up 28-0, but they weren't done yet. They scored with 58 seconds to go in the first half. A 1-yard touchdown plunge by Cam Gunsel. Again, Gomez was true with his point after. Ludington was up 35-0 at half. Running clock in effect the whole second half. And Ludington did get a 1-yard touchdown run at the 5:07 mark of the third quarter. Another 1-yard touchdown run by Gunsel. Gomez, again, good on the extra point. And in the fourth, a 32-yard touchdown run by then quarterback Mikey Himes, just a freshman. Point after, again, good by Gomez. 49-0, Jamie.
Yeah, just it's tough sledding coming up against the Orioles right now. Everything's clicking. They're doing what they're supposed to be doing. The biggest thing, you don't see these penalty flags. You don't see the mistakes that we've seen a few times last year, some dumb penalties, things like that. They're just textbook right now. I think they're locked in. I think they're focused. And it starts from the top to the bottom and the bottom to the top with the roster. Doesn't matter who you are. They're all on the same page. And I tell you what, what do you say? 3 weeks in, 24 touchdowns for Cam Gunsel, running and throwing, and his teammates behind him. It's a cohesive unit, and it's fun to watch. So, folks, we got this great Oriole Sports Network for those people who can't make it down here, and you can watch this great quality video performed, but
Jamie, he's not quite at 24 yet. He's at 18. 18 touchdowns combined,
man,
passing
I'm getting close.
and running.
Yeah, my man. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, 6. Heck, yes. 3 games, 6 each, 18. Yeah. Well, I've never been good at math, Scoop. Only when I'm counting money.
Hey, neither have I been. And you were a business owner.
Yeah, I know. I still am. But so anyways, 18 touchdowns. Things are going great. And for you folks, if you got a chance to come down here next week and see these guys live on the field, get your butts down here because it is fun to watch. You don't want to miss this, Oriole Nation.
If you're an Oriole football fan and you have not seen them, tonight was their home opener, okay? You can watch the OSN. We love the fact that Oriole Nation, all of you, you tune into the OSN and listen to 102.7 WMOM, but you come see them in person. I know a lot of Oriole fans that come and watch them in person, and then you go home and they watch the OSN's 102.7 WMOM's production.
Hey, a lot of them sit right down here in the stands with headphones on. They watch the game, they listen to us call the game. So, all kinds of combinations there. And we see the Ludington varsity girls swim coach right there, Scott Barrett Jr.
Yep, I talked to him earlier.
Out, and we got Coach Gunsel making his way up here to the box too. So,
and Coach Barrett, he sent me a summary, which I'll be posting up on the OSN later, of the girls varsity swim team. So Jamie's going to give
I'm
Coach.
I'm going to hand it over here. The hardest thing he's done all night here is walk up these stairs. So here we go.
All right. Coach Charlie Gunsel, we knew coming into this year that this was going to be a super special year, and your Orioles definitely are going out there, and they are proving it, and they proved it to the Fremont Packers tonight. And 4 opening half touchdown passes by Cam Gunsel to 4 different weapons.
Yeah, that was kind of the plan coming in. I think Cam ended like 10 of 12 for 304. But
wow.
We need to get better at throwing the ball. And I thought, he had so much time. Our O-line was so dominant.
Yes.
But then the guys, I think we overwhelmed them a little bit in the secondary.
Yeah, we can't say enough about your offensive line. You look, Donovan Salazar, Blake Nelson, Connor Shaney, Colin Shelton, and again, the All-State candidate, Walt Autry. And you got sweet Louis Salazar coming back next week.
Yeah, and it's not an automatic plug and play. We're just playing so well up front. We don't want to disrupt what we're doing. But, Louis definitely adds another dimension, at 6'3" or 6'4", 335. So, I don't think we only ran the ball maybe in the first 3 quarters. Maybe we only ran the ball 4 or 5 times. So it was definitely a point of emphasis to throw the ball. And, I guess if there's anything, I wish we could have got off the field a little bit quicker defensively at times. They had some long drives.
They did move the ball tonight, but your defense stepped up in the big situations.
Yeah, we bent and we didn't break tonight. But, man, we really bent. I mean, I think they had like a 6-minute drive in the second quarter. But for the most part, we're pleased. Anytime you come out, play a conference team, come away with a score like this, and everybody's healthy. That's the biggest things on nights like tonight.
Yep.
Just stay healthy.
Yeah, their quarterback, Braden Crosley, nice little quarterback. Carter Friends really runs hard.
He is shifty. He made a lot of people miss in the first half, and I was really upset with our tackling in the first half. I thought we got better as the game went on, but we didn't tackle anybody in the first half. So
I don't know. Cam had some big pops out there.
Yeah. He does a nice job there.
Cooper.
But Cam. But we need 11.
Yeah.
We need 11 guys. I thought we played really high up front for the most part, and we need to play at a lower pace. But sometimes when situations happen like this, guys kind of just they're kids, right? Naturally they kind of let up a little bit. But I'm pleased.
2 quick questions, and then we'll let you go, Coach.
Yeah.
I know he's your boy. He's your son. Does what Cam does at week in and week out, is it amazing to you as his dad and as his coach?
No, it's expected, right? I mean, everybody wants to talk about him and write about him, but then do your damn job. That's his job. He's doing what he's supposed to be doing. Sometimes we reward people for doing what they're supposed to do, and I have really high expectations, and Cam and I butt heads, but he's not doing it alone. All those receivers are making those catches out offensive line. I mean, he's a good player, right? I mean, we know he's a good player, but that's just my expectation. And so when he makes mistakes or we make mistakes, I get on these guys because they need to be pushed. But, I'm happy.
Oh, yeah, and your receiver's doing a nice job blocking, too.
The great receiver core and Kyle Himes, our receiver coach, does a tremendous job with these guys, and they block downfield. They don't drop passes. They run good routes, and I really thought we stepped it up in the passing game tonight.
Well, you look, Taj Williams, I know he's Cam's favorite target, but Cam's got a lot. All those guys would be my favorite targets out there. Taj Williams had a touchdown catch tonight. Mikey Himes had a touchdown catch. Kyle Himes Jr. had one, and so did Zach Graham, our Indian Summer Ludington Oriole player in the spotlight.
Yeah, and if Buddha was, if Messiah was a little faster, he'd have had one. But that's the thing. Those guys are they're leveraging sometimes. Hey, I need these. I want some touches. They all want touches. Receivers should want touches. And I'm telling you, they're all going to continue to make big plays for us because they're just super competitive kids.
You talk about a ball hawk on defense. Messiah Himes, another interception tonight.
Yeah, he's got 3 now, and he's just playing tremendously well on both sides of the ball. I couldn't be happier for Messiah. I think somebody asked me who was your surprise guy coming out of camp and where we're at right now. Messiah Himes is playing so many levels above of where I thought he was going to be. I knew he's a good player, but he's playing at elite levels.
That last touchdown your team scored, what a run by Mikey Himes. Just a freshman. That's the future of Ludington football right there.
He's special. I mean, you guys are going to be talking about him for a long time. He is a difference maker, and he's very humble, and that's the best part about Mikey. He could probably demand a little bit more, but as a freshman, he knows he's got to learn. He's got to figure out what we're doing. All those Himes boys are incredibly well-behaved kids, and they just do a really nice job for us.
Coach, you get Muskegon Oak Ridge next week back here at home. Last report, they were defeating Manistee, I think 24 or 27-8.
Yeah, they're going to be a handful. They play great defense, and they're going to power that football at you. So we got to get tougher up front. We got to get tougher play out of our linebacker, and we will. I think next week's going to be a real challenge for our toughness because Oak Ridge is going to come in, and they're going to try to put us in that telephone booth and beat us up. That's going to be their MO. So we got to prepare all week for that.
Key West Michigan Conference Lakes Division matchup next Friday, but celebrate this one tonight. The boys are 3-0, 1-0 in the conference. Thanks for coming up, Coach. Congratulations to you and your team. We look forward to seeing you next Friday.
All right, go O's.
Go O's. That's Coach Charlie Gunsel. Ludington 49, Fremont nothing. And the Orioles again move to 3-0 on the year, 1-0 in the conference, and they face the Muskegon Oak Ridge Eagles next Friday right back here at Oriole Field. Jamie, your final thoughts on this one?
Yeah, final thoughts, just an excellent football game like Coach said, from start to finish. Few things that they can clean up. There's always something to learn, always something to get better at, and that's what we talked about during that halftime minute and 35 2-minute possession there, Scoop. So all in all, the Orioles are doing just what Coach said. They're doing what they were expected of them. Great night for football, beautiful weather, and we'll be right back here next Friday. bringing in Oak Ridge and see what we can do.
You'll be back with me next Friday,
Yes,
right?
sir.
I think we're going to have the same team back next week. There will be an OSN broadcast before then, though. There will be a broadcast on Monday night. I'm bummed out a little bit. I was going to do the color commentary for the Oriole, I believe it is a soccer game.
Okay. Yeah, John Stowe usually calls those games.
I think John Stowe's going to do the play-by-play. Unfortunately, I can't do the color that night. I have to work on the Badger. But the OSN will be there covering that Monday night back here at Oriole Field, Ludington boys soccer. And we'll be back on Friday doing Oriole football. And with that said, for our executive producer, executive director Thad Shank of the Oriole Sports Network, also for 102.7 WMOM station owner Chris Nicholas, for my broadcast partner tonight, the one and only Jamie Sycon, as well as our OSN 102.7 WMOM technical engineer tonight, Nick Wysong, and for the OSN cameraman tonight, Jackson Jenner. This is the voice of the Orioles, Todd Scoop Hansen, saying so long from Oriole Field. Once again, your final score, the Ludington Orioles 49, the Fremont Packers